Yeah, minus all the people dying, it would be a huge benefit.
Exactly.
Bro.
Sometimes people gotta lose their lives to make others better.
We're making this a clip. I'm posting this so I can turn all the viewers against you, bro. You gotta be accountable
post this on LinkedIn.
For these even the pre-pod stuff, man. You gotta be accountable. I'm posting.
You gotta tell us about last night, man. You had an adventure.
Wait. We gotta get the pod started, man.
Let's get it. Oh, it's beautiful.
It's
that acoustics. That acoustic.
We on a smooth drive today, man. Oh, it's vibrating under the table.
It's just rainy days. See the tears fall down your face. Baby, won't you say, come and take my hand, oh no. It's just hurt and pain. Dwelling inside, know that heart.
We on a slow drive today, boys.
Yeah, so you, come take this hand, oh you,
we just gotta get to the bill.
Oh you, just take my hand, oh you,
It's my only lighter.
crazy what love makes you do.
Oh my goodness, man. You know the vibe we're on, man. Smooth vibes, man. Smooth jazz.
Acoustic.
The acoustics in the room are spiraling today, man.
Who just play? Is that Megadeth?
That's that new Megadeth, man. Welcome to the Really Good Podcast, though. It is episode number 75 for real this time. For real this time, it's episode 75. If you're watching this, you gotta like and subscribe, man. It's Rizzy the Great, man. I'm here with some of my bestest friends. We got Sakibi Comedy in the building. We got Tori Kai Lampkin in the building.
Damn.
Wait,
God damn. We gonna blank down. Redo the intro.
We got Social Security number 6 now, man. We got
damn.
Alvy in the cut, man. He just graced us with this beautiful serenade, man.
Yeah, man.
Feel like bro was writing it about
that
me.
melodic shit.
I was engineering it. I peeped him looking right at me as he recorded it.
That's
just
nice.
saying. But man, it's been a phenomenal week, man. I feel like I haven't seen you guys in a while. Psych.
I
have.
Here.
Man, where do we start with it, though?
Happy belated
Thank
birthday.
you, bro. Thank
Happy
you.
belated.
I
Bro, I
appreciate
didn't know
that,
there was so
dog.
many people's birthday that
4
weekend.
people's
too.
birthdays. So we just came back from Vegas.
Yep.
Vegas was a vibe. Where do we start? Do we start Vegas? Do we start the we'll start with Vegas, man. What did y'all think of the trip?
I had a blast, man.
I had a blast. Everything went awry, but I had a blast.
I didn't drink the first night.
Wild.
Hey, crazy, right? And I'm an alcoholic.
Bro,
But
it's just crazy that we went up there with the ratio of 20 men and 3 women.
You ain't gotta say that on cam.
I know, bro.
We gotta keep it real. We
It
gotta
sounds like a gangbang. Like, what?
Here's how it happened. We got the squad. The squad from high school only has 3 girls in it. One's my girlfriend. The other ones are her 2 friends. And after that, so already 10-3, we're already in bad shape with that. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. You're gonna have to pay. Basically that. If you're willing to pay, fine. And then one of her homegirls, little brothers, I consider my little bro, he brings up 9 guys of his own. So now we leave ourselves in a big ass house, they're in Airbnb, we're in our house, 20-3 total. Very hard to navigate Vegas with that. And then they got their
100%.
little fucking promoter and training homie who fucked it up. He fucked it up. I'll be honest. He actually fucked up a lot of the plans because he's all, no, I'll be able to get us in. My boy knows. Bro, no fucking promoter is going to be happy hearing 20-3. They're going to be like, why even come? Like, take off the 3 girls, bring 17 guys. Do you think I'd let you in free? Who are you helping? Like, we knew Vegas had guys running around.
It's not a club anymore. It turns into a kickback. Like, what?
Oh, God.
Exactly.
Or
Nah, Vegas was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was lovely.
It was a good time.
Man.
Try some new food.
I just wish we all got into the club at once.
We got
Yeah.
to one club, which was cool.
But half the homies weren't there because Charge go throwing up, and then the other 3 are out there. And then by the time they're coming back, we're coming out because the gay homie got kicked out for throwing too much ass.
Yo, that's wild. I don't know how motherfuckers be doing, how they can be dancing on the floor of the club. The floor of the club is one of the most disgusting
Is that why you got
places.
kicked out?
No, I'll run you through the story, but first we got to get the documentation so that the viewers know that night existed.
Oh, yeah.
Get it, T. Hey. Look, Tori came in at the end. He tried to get way away from that girl. He said, let me do something else in the video, bro.
Tori supported the Samoan community.
Yeah, man. I was helping her out, man.
Bro, so most of us are in the club. One homie's sick, so the other 4 out there. We're all in there having a great time. Everything is going
As
great.
you can see.
The homie that was twerking on everybody, hands on the ground, twerking on everything. He doing his thing, man. He having a good time. We're turning that bitch up. Everything's going up. Tori was dancing with him. We're turning up. So then we find out, yo, he got kicked out. We like, what? It's funny. The conversation I had with all of Chris's homies was like, yo, what they kick him out for? I don't know, bro. He was just twerking. I don't get it. I'm like, dude, yeah. All I saw him doing was twerking. What could he get kicked out for? Turns out. So we all leave because of that.
You can't twerk in clubs.
Yeah, there's a twerk limit. They got a timer on.
See, look at the double standard.
So he's out, that motherfucker. And then we go out, and it turns out what happened with him is he went to the bar to order 8 beers. I later found out it was 8 beers, which might have been part of the problem. And then he gives him his ID. Then a security guard comes over like, hey, yo, come with me. So he goes with him. He thinks that the security guard is going to get him more beer. Like, he thought that's where the security guard was leading to.
The security guard is going to hold them.
Yeah, and also, what does that look like? You have 8 beers in your hand. You're fucking getting bumped around in the club and shit. Oh, and by the way, after that happened, we're leaving. I go through the dance floor to get y'all. Tell me why these old fat... Dude, there's a lot of old fat ladies in that club.
Oh, yeah.
And, dude, they all just start fucking backing it up on me. Like, bitch, do I even seem like I'm in a dancing posture? I'm literally like this, trying to get through, trying to avoid getting on, like, asses.
Young meat.
Bro, yeah, I couldn't get out that motherfucker. I felt like I was a steak and there were a bunch of, like, fucking lions in there. But I got to y'all. But either way, he thinks they're getting him more beer. He gets kicked out. And then I go over to help Charge go. I also have a video of that. I will have to show that as well. But she says he doesn't remember, so I had to jog his memory. And then I guess they're waiting forever while we're over there. They bring him out his ID finally because we're like, we don't know what happened. Bring it out to him. He then loses it.
Yeah, I remember that.
Takes forever, gets it back. It was just a nightmare, bro. And then the homie that was getting us into the clubs decides to be the one that takes him home. So we're fucked. The whole trip, it was just bullshit like that.
I didn't even know this backstory of like, oh, there was a homie that was supposed to get us into the club type
The
shit.
white dude with the glasses.
Bro, what?
With the longer hair.
Why are you taking the dude home when you the plug?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
What?
Bro blew it. Now we got to see Charge goes. After we had gotten him out the club, after I dragged him out the bathroom.
No, Charge go take over. Charge go take over. What up, boy? Yeah, my boy feeling good. My boy feeling good. I'm pretty lit. Me too.
Who's getting someone's digits?
Yeah, I'm pretty lit. That was Alvi. With the promoter in training.
Oh,
I
okay.
think that's who it was.
I think Mr. Charge Go needed a charge up.
He needed a charge up
that,
for sure.
bro.
But yeah, overall, bro, I thought the trip was really fun. I really feel like we need a part 2. We got to go back and run it back and really have, like, every trip you have, like, you go to the club every night and then you have those moments. Oh, club, which one is better, night 1 or night 2? And then you have all the other stuff, chilling at the house, smoking, swimming, drinking, like the pregame, the postgame, like all that stuff. This one was really fun, but like because of having a 20-3 ratio, like the second night, I didn't even see you guys for most of it. Like we went to that first shit. Our only option was this EDM bullshit. Then the line's forever. Then the promoter in training's like, bro, he said it's gonna be 100 for us. Get out the line. Really, half of us could have just stayed, honestly. But it just causes everything to get split up, and it all kept stemming from that horrible ratio. Overall, though, it was really fun. I just want to go back and do it.
But traveling with drunk and high people is honestly ridiculous, especially when you're like on the strip and they're like, let's go over here. And it's like, no, let's go over here. It's like, this person wants to gamble over there. Should we go left? Should we go right? Like, I hate that shit, bro. Yeah. Make a decision and let's go. Like, the whole time it was like, oh, should we go to the Cosmo? I don't know. They're already over there. Like, let's see what they're talking about. I just want to gamble over here. Should we go to Singer Frogs? Like, bro, stop asking so many questions. And then it's like,
just move.
Yeah, it's going to confuse the fuck out of people.
There's just no chance of everyone doing the same thing when you have 23 people involved. Like, and that's why I think we should have just been with like Chris's homies doing their thing at times, and then we kind of try to do our thing if everyone wanted to be together. But also Sage wants to be with Chris, so it was just a whole kerfuffle.
It would have been possible if motherfuckers had game. Like,
yeah, if they could have.
No, but the thing about that club, they said that ratio didn't matter. Like that was the thing that was going. That's why we left.
But most of the time, I didn't see nobody.
It was too many at that point. Since it was so packed, he's like, nah, bro, it's going to be 100 everybody.
Exactly. So, but it's different, though, if it's like, okay, if you get ratio, you still good, or we'll give you a certain price. Because it's like, at that point, we just got to hustle for it, find ratio in line. Yeah. But if they're saying out straight, like, outright, $100, no, we're not going to stay for that shit.
I think it was because of our group, though, that he said that. Like, nah, bro, sorry, we can't help y'all no more. Because it just didn't make sense. Yeah. Then you got one of my exes fucking hitting up Sage, talking about, was hitting her up.
No
I kept
way.
forgetting. I never think of her like as an ex like that. But then every time Nas brought it up, it was like, oh yeah, the one that Travis used to date. I was like, don't talk about it. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't
Sure
feel
that was
comfortable.
dated.
Yeah, fuck off. But yeah, and she's all talking. She reaches out to her talking about, oh yeah, my whatever's promoter. I think her boyfriend's promoter. I'll get y'all into Dre's for sure. 20-3 ratio. Yeah, I'll work on it. I'm like, bro, that's not happening. There's just no way she's getting us into Dre's.
Not in Dre's.
Dre's, we were struggling with 4 dudes.
No chance, bro. No chance. And then she spends
Like,
all
what the
day.
fuck?
She's calling and like doing all this shit. And then it's like she was just leading everyone on. I'm like, maybe she's trying to sabotage us and fuck up plans. To just be like, yeah, pull up. Y'all gonna be good. And we pull up and they're like, nope, you're not on the list.
Nope.
And y'all got a whole gang of people, bro.
Yeah.
I thought Nasra was gonna squabble at one point.
Really? What?
So
Somebody
we're in
grabbed
that-
your ass?
We're in that big ass line. No. We're in that big, but I have seen her get into it like that.
You
Not
got
really.
shoulders on it too.
But yeah, I'll be telling her, bro. We're in that big ass line. Then I guess like we didn't move up. A whole horde of people gets in between us. I'm like, what happened? And then someone was like, you guys were, I think it was JC. You guys are bullshitting, bro. Not paying attention. They went in front. I'm like, everybody come over here, bro. I make everyone just so like the rest of our 10 just go in front of this group, and they're just sitting there. I didn't even look at them, bro. I was like, if someone says something, bro, like let's see what are they talking about, bro?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
y'all
yeah.
tripping,
Bro, hold on. We got to go back to the demigod that Tori was dancing with.
Why?
Oh, well,
Real
don't
quick.
fuck it up. Don't fuck it up, bro. So then back to my shit while I'm talking about Nas. Then this other girl tries to get in the front. Like, this dude. Hold on. Let's backtrack. Yeah, so you need help, dude. I'm going to get you a fucking training manual for podcasting, bro. I'm going to get it to you for your birthday. Your birthday's coming, and I'm going to write it and then get it to you.
I won't read it.
But then this other girl, I'm talking to Nas, and I know I see, no. No, you can go behind us. You're not going in front of us. Go back there. Go. I'm like, oh, shit. I didn't even have to look. I already knew what it was. And the girls are like, what? And I'm like, bitch, shut up.
What's
and
the
then
name for
everyone
it?
just tried-
Shaba Manouche? What's the name?
Shada Manush.
Shada
It probably
Manush.
was a
Shada
letter.
Manush.
I didn't even have to look, bro. I was just like, oh, it's definitely a female she's talking to. And then everyone cut. Now, back to the Samoan you were dancing with. Go ahead.
Yeah, what happened, bro?
All right, so
You
look,
gotta
look,
tell
look,
us, because
look,
she was
look.
grabbing your leg, too.
Yo. Look, so I was the first victim, right? I'm over there just dancing, doing my shit. I see this fucking behemoth, this fucking beluga whale.
that's not
right in
nice.
front
This
of
is
me.
bullying,
I don't
kid.
give a fuck, bro.
She was a nice lady.
Yo, she was a beluga whale. That's what she was. So I'm over there. I'm dancing. I'm like, I already see it. I see it from a distance. I'm like, okay, she's about to start throwing it back. So I turn the fuck around, do a full 180, and then
So
full
mean,
180.
bro.
Doesn't even make sense. I turn around. I'm dancing. Next thing you know, I feel her pushing her ass into my back of my knee because she's that short. And then I'm like, oh, hell no. She keeps doing it. Then she start grabbing the leg.
There was cougars in there,
Like,
bro.
bro, I'm like, bro, I can't do this. So I start walking to the left. And then out of nowhere, next thing you know, Tori ends up right behind her, dog.
See, okay, y'all
Corey
gotta
gonna catch it from anybody, bro.
Nah,
When
don't
he
say
lit-
that.
Nah,
Don't
nah,
no,
nah.
don't say that. Don't say that.
Tori's
Can
a good guy.
I look exactly.
Yeah,
I'm a
that's
good.
why.
I'm a
You
cool
just wanna
guy.
turn him down.
I'm the life of the party. Okay, I am what you would call a healer. Okay, I healed that woman that night by dancing with her. Okay, I made her fucking month. I made
her
her
the magic
year.
stick.
All right, exactly. Here's what had happened, bro. I walk into the club. You know me. I'm gonna walk around. I'm scoping out first. You know what I'm
Yup.
saying?
Got
Then I
that.
might find me
bitch.
somewhere to post up for a little bit while I drink my drink, sip my sip.
Find
you
a
know?
Samoan girl.
Yeah, exactly.
Lady.
At that, okay, look, honestly, I had danced with everybody I wanted to dance with. I had made my rounds, okay? So at this point, she over there, she looking lonely as hell. She had her mask on and shit. At first, she had her mask on. The video you saw, she got a little more comfortable. She had her mask on and shit, you know? And so she kind of like right there. She had another girl that was next to her. It was maybe like 2 girls next to her. One was kind of big. She wasn't that attractive either. And one was, you know, kind of more cute.
Yeah.
Long story short, music's playing. I'm drunk. I'm high. I'm like, man, fuck it, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'll change her life
Make
in
her
one time.
night.
I start dancing with her. She do the same leg grab move. I'm like, wait, hold on. I'm like, so everybody's like, hey,
Got you
hey,
bricked
hey.
up.
I'm just like, all right, whatever. Bro, she took her mask off. She got real comfortable. She starts like trying to like, so I kind of walk away from her at one point. I'd already danced with her before you kind of got that little video.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Right. So I walked away for a little bit, and then I saw her like looking around, like, where's my guys at? I saw her looking for you. And me and him started laughing. We made eye contact. And then she started looking for me. So the second time she started looking for me was when you got me on camera. I'm not even on that video. She's not even really
She's not
dancing
dancing.
on me.
I know.
It just,
That's
it just
the,
looked
that's
like
the subtle part that
But
people
it
don't
was
notice.
the fact that she already did, and I knew, bro. All I see is fucking Travis dumbass. I look over, I'm like, oh shit.
Bro.
That's why you see the face. I'm just like,
Dude, the face was perfect,
Yo,
bro.
the slack.
Cause it's like you just stop, puts his hands out, and it's just like.
but then the video was, bro, this nigga Travis started turning around.
It was great.
I made sure the second time I was on camera, I was not with her again. I was like, bro,
No.
I can't get caught like
He's
that.
like, what y'all on, boys? What y'all?
I can't get caught like that. No, bro, but the worst part, right? Night goes on, we having fun, we chatting, you know, we doing whatever the fuck we doing, right? I gotta hear shit from Charge Go.
And he wasn't
For
even
the
there.
rest of the trip.
He wasn't even
That
there.
fool
And you
was
said-
that fool's date was the toilet.
Yeah, he was
like, what?
I started
biggest
clowning him,
dude,
bro.
too.
He was like, oh yeah, the Samoan girl. I came up with the Samoan. I was like, she might be Samoan or something like that. He's like, Samoan. She's Samoan. I'm like, bro, after that, that's all it was. You and the Samoan, you and the Samoan.
Bro,
So,
the screenshots.
Every single joke was a Samoan girl.
Like,
so I had to get back on JC. I was like, bro, you was in a fetal position, bro. I don't want to hear
In
nothing.
the bathroom, in a
you was
Vegas
talking about.
bathroom.
You was vulnerable, bro.
Yo,
Like,
you had your shirt open. Like, what?
Like,
You had
bro,
a button up.
don't tell me about nothing you woke up in the morning and saw. And
you was fucked
went-
up. Like, come on, man,
Bro,
They had me
but-
down, but you can. That's my lesson.
Oh,
though.
yeah.
You can never get caught looking down bad like at any moment. That's the
Nah,
first and
bro,
last
that's
time.
the greatest
It was fun.
video ever.
It was fun. I had a good time. I know she had a good time. But bro, you could forever keep that and be like, look, bro,
it's great,
You know
bro.
what I mean?
Nah, man.
Bro, I
that's-
could be smashing the baddest bitch. Hey, look at this Samoan girl. Like, come
Nah,
on,
bro,
man.
we gotta keep documenting, dog. Like
That shit
it's a
funny.
whole segment. And by the way, I'm clipping everything you said with the video playing. It's gonna be the greatest explanation. But bro, there was a lot of cougars in there because at
Hell
one point
yeah.
I'm in the circle doing my thing. I'm getting loose. And then I see this girl, like this lady, I couldn't tell if she was moving through or trying to move in on me. But you know me, I'm a stand-up guy. So, you know, I kind of fix my posture up. I kind of get up
Can't
right.
move, can't
You know,
budge.
I kind of put the arms in the way, too. Like, I'm just trying to, like, find my way out of here. All I hear is, oh, hell nah. Boom, now so I jump in the mix. She going crazy on me. I'm like, let's go. She was in her bag, bro. She was, oh, hell no. Just jumps in the way out of nowhere, bro. I was lit. I start leaning back. Bro,
You
I
don't even
found-
know why. You just happy.
No, I knew. So I was like, oh, so the lady was definitely trying to start throwing ass on me.
Nah,
Bro,
peeped it, yeah.
I found my new little thing, and y'all probably already know about this, but like when you lean back, you gotta grab the waist and use that reverse leverage to really lean yourself back, bro. They thought I was Michael Jackson, bro, but I think the cross grab is
Cross
the
grab
best.
is nice. And then when you
Because it gives you the most
Yeah.
leverage. If you just grab like this, you might pull her back.
Exactly.
But this, the leverage of you fucking pulling across your shoulder at the same time, you can really get some lean.
Get
I don't
some
know about
twang
you.
to it.
You too tall.
Me?
You got
Yeah.
too much top heaviness. She probably like a girl you dancing was way lower. You
I
might
don't
just
even dance
pull
with
both y'all
bitches.
down. That's true. That's true. That's true.
I just
Yeah,
be
that
dancing
shit was,
in the corner.
bro, speaking of cougars, I kissed some random UK girl that was lady was loving by.
That's right, I heard about that.
was good. You saw that shit?
I know. I heard
Yeah.
about it later at like 5 a.m. when y'all
I
came.
was
out.
gone.
Yeah, your
son.
ass was hot.
I was gone.
Smoking that goo goo.
Oh, I was faded. I thought I was drunk. Nah.
You was faded.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, bro. No wonder. I fucking came into the house, cotton mouth and everything. I was looking for more water. I drank another shot of tequila.
Hilarious.
Fucking idiot. Like,
Hilarious.
Yo, I walked into the house and I was like, bro, I'm a little too jittery right now. So I was like, I need a couple more shots.
Bro, that shit was wild. Oh wait, last thing. What did I think of? Oh, we were at this one. I don't even know this is a great story, but we're at this one bar the night that we didn't see y'all.
Speakeasy?
At one point, no, it was a pretty nice bar. It's called the Chandelier, and there's different levels. We already got
Hey.
drinks. Yeah, I made a song called Chandeliers. But we're waiting for our drinks. They're taking forever. At one point, I go to look for JC, didn't find him, come back. Then I go again because they're actually there. Lead them to the drinks still hadn't come, and they hadn't even said nothing. Finally, they say something to the bartender. He's like, "Oh, yeah, he'll be with you in a second."
What?
This guy's been ignoring them. They're taking forever. So you know what I did? We already had our drinks on the counter. As we're leaving, put that bitch on its side. Let all the ice fall out. Keep going. Then my biggest regret with that though, no, I just tilted it on its side.
Oh, there's no drink
no
in
drink,
there.
just a
It's
bunch of ice and like liquid, but not that much. Just like the ice
Yeah.
melting. Put it
You
on
didn't
its side.
pay or anything.
No,
Yeah.
we'd already gotten that drink before. So then we go and we just weren't getting help. So I'm like, all right, if we leave them, fuck them. Put my shit on its side. They're all laughing. We go. My only regret was like one isn't enough. I should have put them both down to make it clear this was not an accident. Nothing fell.
Right.
They did this shit.
Yeah.
Right? And then later on, they're like, oh yeah, no, after you, Dale did it. Dale did the other one. I'm like, Dale is the man, bro. He saw me do it and just tilt to the next one over and kept going. We some thugs in Vegas, dog. Yeah, Vegas was a good
brought
time.
out the blammer.
Vegas was a vibe.
We got to go back, bro. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
always a vibe, man. But we
got
gotta
some
go back.
accessories
Great
for the
stories,
girlfriend.
man.
Shit, we
I
got
bought my bitch a Birkin bag. She got a light now, a little laser on her. You know what I mean?
JC got me that.
Got a little
drum, man.
drummy, drum playing drumline. Nick Cannon out here.
Bro, that was the funny part. We had so many guns just sitting in the house, like, and all this fucking ammo and mags, and
I think
everyone
that's a
was
good
chill
thing,
with it, though.
honestly. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah,
Why?
until niggas get too drunk
Because
and
I think
want to play with it.
Yeah, exactly. But
That's
I
the
think
thing.
it's a good thing to be around guns and have people be comfortable around guns. Because I don't understand the conversation when it's like, oh, I don't like guns. It's like, what the fuck do you not like about guns? Like, they're just a gun. You might not like the person using them, or I guess the violence that people can do on them. But people can take a hammer and kill 50 people with a hammer. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, what do you not like about it? Oh, because you're uncomfortable. You didn't grow up around them. All you've seen is GTA and movies and shit. So it's like, when you look at a gun and it's sitting on the table, it's not moving. It's like, hey, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
And then when you think about it from a more of a practical standpoint, it's like, nah, bro, like, this could save my life. Because at the end of the day, when you call police, they're not going to be there in 30 seconds. You know what I'm saying? You as a defender, you don't know what somebody's going to do. You're on the back foot, so you on the reacting side. So you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So you got to be prepared, and you got to take that liberty to really protect yourself, because ain't nobody going to do it for you. So
I like that logic, man, because from now on, I'm going to just start having my sex toys around y'all. So, like,
So
y'all
we get
start getting
comfortable with
comfortable around it, Like,
not the same.
we got to have the whips, we got to have the fucking vibrators, we got to have
Not the
everything,
same.
son.
That was a good one. But no, and I think we're gonna end up touching more on that later on in the pod as well. But yeah, Vegas was a vibe, man. It was fun. And last night was a vibe too. Y'all were roasting me. Y'all made fun of me.
You saw the big
Alvy said, "Who is this? Where's the real?" I forgot what you responded to my shit. To the concert, you like, "Where's the real Rizzy?" Or like, "Who is this Rizzy?"
You got to tell them what happened.
You gotta tell him, bro. Get on me,
We
bro.
were
Come on.
Rizzy the Great, okay? After we had this long discussion about album of the year, who's doing better between Kendrick and Drake and Baby Keem, this motherfucker decides to pay with his own money, takes him and his dad out to a Kendrick Lamar concert.
Not just me and my
Front
dad.
row tickets.
My dad. We went on a double date. Okay, it was a double date with my dad.
Damn. So the women went too, the ladies went?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what a double date is, dude.
Wow. You were front row? Yelling and shit?
Not front row. We had some good seats. It was premiere level. We were seated. It was cool.
Did Shaka Zulu have a feature?
Man, no, he didn't.
Okay.
You want to know my honest? Because I knew everyone was gonna clown me when I started posting the concert, and everyone did.
I was surprised you even posted.
Yeah, I you gotta laugh at yourself, man. Because I knew everyone was gonna be talking shit. Like, bro, you don't fuck with Kendrick, and I never said I don't fuck with Kendrick. I love Kendrick, and I'll tell you,
love Kendrick. Shut the fuck up.
I do. I do.
Clips.
I love Kendrick. I don't love the album. I love Kendrick though. So first half of the concert, and first of all, I'm going crazy. I couldn't wait for Mad City. Couldn't wait for Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe. Couldn't wait for Swimming Pools. Humble DNA, Nas was more excited about, but I was hyped when those played. Really, everything that wasn't on Mr. Morale, I was excited about. And so I'm going crazy. I'm having a great time. We had a lot of drinks and stuff. And at one point, I'm literally thinking, I think he was playing something off Mr. Morale, but it was actually good. It was catchy. I was like, man.
Wow.
And I also heard Savior on the way because I was trying to get up on Baby Keem. I'm like, I like this song. This is good. I was going so hard to shit on it. I wasn't even trying to look for stuff I liked. I'm like, man, this is actually pretty good. But at one point, and by the way, production amazing. Just the whole show and how dancers and how at one point this big thing drops down and surrounds him, and he has all these masked people coming out. It's crazy.
Kendrick manipulated him.
He played the piano at one point before Humble, but no one knew what he was about to play. No one knew. He's just walking. It's like dun dun. They're playing these little keys, and he's just doing one step, stop, one step, stop, and the lights keep blinking. One step. I'm like, what's he doing? Gets to the keyboard, starts playing it. Nas caught it before I did. Oh shit, he about to do Humble. Everyone's going crazy, bro. He played Element. It was amazing, right?
Oh yeah, that's a good album.
He's sitting dead ass on like a throne. And at a different point, bro, he dead ass brought out a bed. The shit's going underground. It lifted up. It was crazy.
Damn.
But he's sitting in a throne, bro, just like chilling at one point. Like the song is going off, and he's just like this. Just like this, just sitting there looking around. And the crowd is still going crazy. And I'm just like, man, Kendrick is LA royalty. Like he is, people don't even just look at him as always a West Coast rapper, none of that. Like, I mean, they didn't even think about him at Super Bowl. You're just thinking Kendrick is Kendrick, one of the biggest rappers we've ever seen, one of the greatest rappers we've ever seen, hands down. That first half, I'm just going crazy, like, and I'm just appreciating, like, man, I love that dude, bro. It's crazy. Like I want to talk to him one day. That would be so amazing. And I'd have so many questions about fuck you, about fuck off, bro. Fuck off, man. Look, hey, you see, y'all get on me for not appreciating him. Now I appreciate him, and y'all being mean to me.
Yeah, man.
Because
Stay
you went
consistent.
hard on the album.
Yeah, stay consistent.
Bro, and see, okay,
Yo, we don't want you to grow. Come on.
well,
fuck
now
outta here with
let's
that shit.
talk about the second half.
All right.
Or maybe the last third. Bro, I think everyone was getting tired. I mean, I really feel like the last, maybe, let's say, third, maybe more.
Yeah.
He doesn't acknowledge the crowd at all anymore. He's not talking to them. He's just doing his performance, and he has people coming out. This thing on the overhead keeps talking about, Mr. Morale, you have something, and all this stuff. It's tying into COVID, all this different stuff. But, bro, like, I'll be honest, he could have cut that shit 4 songs short, maybe 5. I think everyone is getting tired. My dad and his date have fallen asleep at this point. Nas and I are just sitting. Like, it got really fucking sleepy in there. Like, and the crowd energy was not the same. You know, obviously it still turned out people excited.
His album is just slow. That album
Bro,
is a lot slower than his hype shit.
Yeah, man.
There's like a couple of songs that are hype shit in that album, but most of it is just like, you know, it's what you would listen to in the car with your homies.
Bro, yeah. And at first, I'm thinking like...
While smoking.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I was thinking that low-key off drugs at a concert sounds great. But I was thinking like, you know, it was really good at first. The first half or first 3/4, whatever. I keep fucking up the changing the fractions, but it was really nice because he'd scatter them. You know, he'd throw a new one in, then he'd start playing classics. Throw a new one in, play classics.
I like
so it was
that.
great. You know, I got to rest my legs when he played that Mr. Morale bullshit. I'd take the load off. I'd sit down, rejuvenate and stuff, sip my drink, and then he'd play another banger, and we'd be back up going crazy. It was a great time. But, bro, it did start dragging, bro. I feel like everyone had to be tired. Maybe people in the front, they started going up again when he'd turn up a little. But really, bro, it really became more like his show. And it wasn't even no crowd engagement. He has all these people coming out. He's rapping in a box. And it was kind of cool, like, you know, just watching. But, bro, I was tired.
So,
everyone started getting sleepy.
What I'm getting from this whole entire story is that you didn't put Molly in your dad's water?
No, I should have. You would have been on one.
All right, so after the concert, which album is better? Honestly, Nevermind or Mr. Morale?
Honestly...
Never mind.
Bro, like,
how many drummers did he have come out?
No.
How many drummers did he have come out?
Actually, he didn't have drummers come out. He had a bunch of dancers come out and stuff like that. But and then he had stuff come out with Baby Keem. It was cool with them both doing their thing. I really liked how put together it was.
You
Like,
see Tori's face when he said Baby Keem.
Dude, Baby Keem is better than I thought, bro. He's better than I thought.
How many football fields of kente cloth did they have?
No, bro, it wasn't that much. But the
know
stage
what that
design was crazy. They did so much, man. It was really a beautiful show. It was amazing.
Black.
It just started to drag on, and it's like I'd hope as he keeps doing these shows to like, I'd hope he could kind of notice like, yeah, maybe we should kind of trim it down just a little. Because, yeah, he did give you your money's worth, but it was like, and I swear at one point, I thought he said it was going to be the last song, and then he did 5 more.
Hey,
So,
Bro,
that's
you
a
know what's
performer,
crazy?
right?
Complete opposite to that, nothing related. I went to the Watch the Throne concert. Maybe that's part related.
I love
But
Watch
bro,
the Throne.
they didn't want to leave. Like not Jay-Z and Kanye. Like the people in the crowd. They did Niggas in Paris last. I think they did that song 11 times in a row, maybe 13.
No
we were like one of
way.
the top 3 cities that they performed at that did the most of repeats of Niggas in Paris.
That's
Yeah.
Bro,
crazy.
me and Harrison, like, you know, the moms went, bro, we stayed the entire time.
Yo.
And watched every single performance of Niggas in Paris. And
Was
best
he even
believe, I was
tired?
up there yelling on take 11. Cash everybody wanna find me. Bro, we was going up, bro.
You know what
11 times?
11
that's
times.
crazy,
It was
bro.
either like 11 or 13. It
But
was
see,
a lot.
with Kendrick, it's just hard to keep the energy when like the songs are just different. I posted one where the drums was just going. Bro, at one point, and so we're getting drinks. We end up being in the worst line. We after Baby came a little intermission, we go get drinks, and then we're so bummed. Like, fuck, Kendrick's coming on. Everyone's going crazy. I hear the song play. I'm like, no, we good. We're chilling in the line. Because I hear that bullshit fucking, like, all this dumb shit coming on. I'm like, all right, we're not missing nothing. If I heard Swimming Pools, Mad City, I would have gone. I would have just gone running in.
He played it?
Amazing.
Oh, man.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Swimming pools. Although some of us, he did cock tease. Like, Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe, he did a little bit, or he just did the hook and then just changed it to the next one. I'm like, bruh.
You know, when I saw him at Coachella, I saw him, actually I've seen him twice. I
kissed
saw him
him?
at Coachella.
Oh.
Nah, I didn't get close enough. I saw him, when he plays like Swimming Pools, Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe, we gonna be all right. Bro.
He played that one too.
Yo, I love that one. Yeah, because watching him live and with every like, because he does create like a masterpiece of performance,
For
you know? Because there's a lot of people, they'll go perform and maybe they haven't had it mapped out, or I don't know if it's like a money issue.
Yeah, it is.
Like, I watched Kodak Black perform. That was one of the worst performances I've ever seen.
He's not gonna have the
He
same
showed
team
up
behind him.
Where did you watch him perform?
at Day and Night. It was
Day and Night?
It was a music festival.
So it's a little different. All right, that's a little different though. Festival, because you guys are reusing the same stages and stuff, and not everyone's gonna have the same design. But the difference is Kendrick is selling out the Staples Center. So like Act talks about this, like when you see the guys, they're just up there like just standing, performing, nothing else really going on, one thing in the screen. The budget it takes for what Kendrick does, like you're putting out so much. Some people are like breaking even off their tour because they're that big, and then that's probably not the case with Kendrick. But just the amount of funds you have to put up to support a tour of that magnitude, but that's what you have to do when you're a Kendrick, when you're a Drake, like, and then it made me want to see Drake in concert. Like, man, imagine Drake a whole time and a whole set, like that would be amazing. And usually I'm not really a concert guy. I don't like going to nigga shows. Fuck them. But now I would like to go to another one, and I want to do some Molly. I'll end the show. I won't though. I've sworn off Molly. I haven't done Molly in 3 years. That was the last time I did it. Maybe 4 even. I don't know. I'd have to do the dates, 3 or 4. But man, I can't lie. Being in that shit and like just enjoying the music and how the speakers
and
bump,
you just feel it through your
Bro,
body.
exactly.
Like even when you're not on drugs, like the speakers are super loud. The bass is just like your fucking eyebrows are withering and shit. I'm like,
I
yo,
need my
what the
teeth
fuck?
chattering off the Molly. I need it.
But no, I feel like this album doesn't necessarily translate to concert as well as other albums have, you know? Because like we said, like it's more like a therapy session,
And
you know?
some
Like
of them I really did like though. It was just the later on ones. And I love
he started doing album cuts later. Like that's not good.
Yeah, like he at the end of it, I feel like he wanted to end off like, you know, because when you go on a tour based around the album, you want to leave them with that vibe. So there's a speaker overhead talking about different stuff and what you need to do and just different, you know, it's kind of cool. It really tied into the album. But yeah, so he's gonna close giving you that sentiment of the album. But yeah, the bangers were definitely more hitting. One of them I really did like, and he kept doing this little dance where he go in circles like that. I'm like, man, Kendrick's the man. He's the fucking man. Like everyone's going crazy. He just in there going like that. And just when you see like you just seeing his face even on the big screen of just like this guy's the fucking king.
He's in his own world and he rocks it out. He's in his own lane. He's not trying to be in other people's lane and shit.
He has 4 sold out shows out here. And Nas was saying, I'm
surprised
surprised he's able to do it out here because like Chris Brown and Lil Baby was doing that at the Forum, smaller venue. Yeah. But I'm like, bro, it is his hometown. You got to remember, like you're supposed to be cracking.
He's gonna be the mayor, bro. He's gonna be the mayor of Compton.
So fucking big, bro. Like the Staples Center is so huge. Like, it sucks. I got seats where I was like on the side. And you will watch, like, this is when Kendrick was performing. It was like Kendrick and Travis Scott, they did it together. Bro, you're still vibing even if you're on the side. It's crazy. Because I kind of hate the seated concerts. I like concerts where I'm standing. I really don't like
being around a bunch of other sweaty mofos, though. That's the only thing.
If they're like 17, 18,
but everyone's
going to
be... Whoa, because it was so packed on the floor, like, everyone was like sardines. Like, everyone were pumping their arms, like, you know their chest was on each other's backs.
Yeah, armpit touching armpit.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
I went to a concert. I saw Post Malone and 21 Savage at the Hollywood Bowl, and they have seats. But then everybody's standing, so you gotta stand, which is cool. I have the option to sit, but if it's like just a floor and I have to stand, it's like
yeah. To be honest,
man, when I watched like Isaiah Rashad at the El Rey, bro, that was amazing.
I'm just playing. Your guys' favorite rapper.
No, when I watched Isaiah for that shit, it was like super intimate fucking venue. It's super nice to like kind of rock with people that you don't know, and they know the lyrics just like you know the lyrics, and you look at it they looking at you. It's like, bro, it's a whole different vibe when you're like standing and being in the pit or wherever the fuck it is. I think I enjoy that a little bit more.
It'll be worth it.
I wouldn't want to do like a 6-hour concert, you know? Like, ain't no you trying to be up there for 6 hours. You fucking drunk. You're tired now by the end of the concert.
Bro, even the Watch the Throne concert, I sat down at moments. I was like, all right, I gotta sit the fuck down. Because they started playing some slow music. They started doing some other shit you ain't never heard. You're like, okay, cool.
And to be honest,
I'll take a break.
I like being able to sit down and just enjoy it. Kind of watch the show, watch them on the screen, watch them with their eyes and whatever. You know, you kind of switch back and forth depending. Because they have some cool visuals up there sometimes. Yeah. But yeah, I like that aspect to be able to sit down and just kind of enjoy the music. And like, because it sounds great in those speakers. It ain't like one of the venues where like you just got to be going crazy because it doesn't sound good, you know?
Maybe it's just the Staples Center I didn't like. The Staples Center specifically, maybe my seats or whatever. But
Well,
I don't know.
honestly,
the
we have good
Forum looks
seats, though.
super dope though, because the way that they set up the stage, You remember when Kanye, he had the rising stage?
Yeah.
Or Drake when he came out and they had the basketball court with LeBron and shit?
See, and that shit is
was
expensive.
dope, bro. Like,
Yeah.
how do you do that? I think I got to go to a concert again to give, like, a full opinion.
All right, yep.
Are we keeping it in LA right now?
Nah. We'll keep it moving. But yeah, in LA, I was going to say, honestly, RIP PNB Rock.
Yeah, man.
That shit hurt.
Prayers out to the family.
That shit was crazy.
Daughter.
So PNB Rock just passed. He was basically got robbed in Roscoe's, shot and killed. Bro, the crazy thing is though, I'm gonna tell you how I found out about it. So Academics posted a clip right when it happened, basically right when he heard about getting shot, which people could say is salacious, fucked up, but he did it for the point of to show like, bro, this is the shit that goes on. Because in that clip, but I hadn't heard anything about the actual news. I'm headed back, going through the Hollywood Hills. I'm going through the canyons. I'm listening to it. And they're having a whole conversation about how dudes have tried him on Fairfax. And he's like, yeah, what the fuck, bro? They grimy out here. Like, LA, they robbing everywhere now. They don't care.
Nope.
And, like, you got to just always be aware. He said he was out with his girl and his daughter. And he in the store off Fairfax. And he hears some dudes from, I forgot where, Grape Street? I forgot. I don't want to throw it
No,
out.
that was a different conversation. But I know what you're talking about.
Oh,
though.
okay.
Yeah.
Because he did say it was twice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he says they were like talking all loud, like you could tell they on some street shit.
Yeah, he heard him.
And like trying to like check his temperature basically. And so he's like, nah, let's dip. So they leave off, and his girl's like, what? Why are we leaving? Like we ain't gotta go. He's like, nah, come on, let's go. They start leaving. She's like, nah, come on, I want to stop at this store. He's like, all right. They stop off at a store. As they're about to park, this car goes boom, just
Parks
slides
right
in
next
their
to
spot.
him, yeah.
So he's like, all right, fuck it, we gonna move. Like we're not gonna trip. And then they get in the store. Them guys come in yelling all this gangbanging shit at him. And it's the same dudes. And then he gets some girls, their daughter and girlfriend in the car. And then he deal with them like, all right, nah, hold up. We not going for that, whatever. And he was saying like, I ain't the type that's going to go for that shit. Like, nah, I carry. And he was saying, I got security, but at the same time, I don't got security. I hate when rappers say, I don't start
like what?
But I do hate statements like that. Like as an interview, I'd be like, oh, you have security, but don't. That makes sense. Go on.
You know what? Academics kind of shed some light on it because he had like I want to say like an 80-minute conversation talking about PNB and stuff like that. But he was saying how rappers do have security, but you got to think, bro. Like they might not have them exactly. They might not have the money to keep them around 24/7, and you might not even want somebody.
Yeah, but don't fast forward. Don't fast forward. Stay on it. So I'm hearing all of him talking about this and how his girlfriend don't be aware about stuff and how and then they're saying, man, women they have no feel of like energy. They don't recognize danger, and it kind of makes sense.
But they talk about energy the most.
Yeah. You have good energy, but like on the primalness, like you do need to as a man be looking out. Like what's the vibes? Like what's the look he giving me? He seemed friendly. He seemed like an op. Like soon as someone make eye contact, that's why we do a little.
It's like
head
healthy paranoia.
Yeah, we do a little head nod. You got to be aware. So I'm hearing that, and I'm like, man, I fuck with PNB Rock. But in that interview, he's like, nah, I don't be doing too much, man, because that's the thing. My favorite place to be in is LA. I stay out here, but I don't be doing too much, man. I just be at the crib, or I'll be at the bank, or I'll be getting some drip. I hit the shop, like the type of places where niggas like that ain't gonna be. But in that thing, I'm thinking, nah, we just had a whole conversation. We, as in y'all, I listened. Of how nowhere is safe in LA. They come into Beverly Hills. They watch boys. They come in for the rollie. So when he says that, I'm concerned. Like, what do you mean you don't be doing too much? I don't be places where they're gonna be at. But then you just name the bank, the weed shop, going out to buy drip at high-end stores.
Yeah,
that's all places where they are looking to rob people.
Exactly.
And then I get back to the crib. Nasrat's here. She's like, PNB Rock just passed. I'm like, what the fuck? He got shot in LA. I couldn't believe it. I didn't at the time understand that Academics put it out because of that. I'm just like, bro, what are the odds? This is crazy. So then I'm in shock. So the story is they're in Roscoe's, and in Inglewood, every Roscoe's is a hot spot. Let's be real. Every Roscoe's.
Yeah.
But
they had the one off of Manchester.
Off Manchester.
That's the one by the airport.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So they're in there. Guys, and now this isn't confirmed. Well, it is confirmed that she posted, and the police did allude to that may have been the possibility or what happened. But she posts a picture of her being at Roscoe's, and then geotags it where they're at, and then like they say 3 minutes later, dudes with masks ran in. Some people are saying that they didn't even really try to get him to like give it up. They just shot him and tried to take the chains off his neck, and they took one or two. And in his story that same day, he had all his chains on. It wasn't like he had one of these on.
Yeah,
he had
was fat.
all his shit on. They ran in there, and apparently he had taken her Instagram away for 2 months before this.
Smart.
Yeah.
For the same issue.
She's like,
and
freedom.
They say issues like this
freedom.
Like
so, what?
Honestly, biggest thing is RIP. It's sad, but and like Nas was like, out of Roscoe's though, I can't believe, and I don't want to say another case of like females, but I'm like, to be honest, every Roscoe's, I feel like you got to be on point. Anywhere in LA, you at a Roscoe's, even the one in Hollywood. It's Hollywood, bro. Anything can happen on Hollywood. Name me one where shit can't go down at. It ain't anywhere where things can't go down. You in Roscoe's, bro. And niggas are going to be in Roscoe's, bro. And it's easy for anybody working there, anyone in there. Yo, so-and-so is here. But of all places, in Inglewood is crazy.
Oh, yeah. Well, what's that shit
And
called?
they say that shit looks grimy. It don't look like the other Roscoe's.
Yeah, don't.
You been there?
No, I know not
You
to
wouldn't
go
go,
there.
yeah. You
As an
wouldn't go
LA
there.
native, they tell you do not go to that Roscoe's.
Unless if you don't live in that
that is
neighborhood.
the worst Roscoe's to go to. Is the one on Manchester.
If you
I
don't
go
live
to
there.
the one that's like near my cousin's shop, the one on Pico, and that one's still crazy.
Pico on La Brea,
They got
Bro,
hella
yeah.
crazy people
Bro,
there.
that one
all
too.
of them, every single Roscoe's, anyone from LA knows. I don't care where you at in a Roscoe's. It's the Hollywood is probably
Maybe-
the
yeah.
safest one,
That's
but bro, it's still Hollywood. Like,
And then they got one in Long Beach and Pasadena, and them be going up too. Like,
bro, yes, everywhere
They
there's a
be going
Roscoe's,
crazy.
nigga, you are prone. You might get robbed. There might be a fight breakout. I'm not saying it happens all the time, but everyone from LA knows Roscoe's is not the place to get caught. And they say he pulled up in a
G-Wagon or something crazy.
No, it
like,
wasn't no G. Oh, in a Maybach.
Maybe yeah.
He
Okay,
pulled
yeah.
up in a Maybach. I guess they were doing a weed type thing, like here working on his weed line or whatever it is. They were doing business. Then they wanted to pull up there afterward. I guess thinking that you good, but you're not good anywhere out here. Like I'm scared. I feel naked if I don't have something on me. And like even like the way I move when I'm going from like if I have to drop off a car here and go to the next one, if I don't have it on me and I have to do shit at night, I'm mad uncomfortable. Like I'm trying to move so fast because I know how vulnerable I am. I've already gotten out of the car. I'm trying to grab stuff up and like round up bags and stuff. I'm mad vulnerable, bro. I'm looking around like I'm mad uncomfortable. And that's how I feel. Like I was going to charge I'm at the Supercharger in West Hollywood. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll go walk around, go get some coffee. Bro, no. If you have a chain on, if you have a watch on, I ain't doing it because I didn't have it on me. I had to come from the airport. I'm like, fuck, no, I'm not going to walk around butt naked. I'm not going to just sit there and see if there's a chance or if people decide, if they just happen to be riding by, they're going to try you, bro. So the whole story is just tragic, bro. But I can't lie. There's a frustration that comes with it.
Yeah. Oh,
I was gonna say, how do you feel about people saying he should have checked in, that check-in conversation?
But he was
What do you
good
mean?
with people. He was good
Because people were saying, "Oh, he didn't check in when he came to LA. He didn't check in. He didn't check
he
in."
lives out
But
here,
and
though.
that's my
And
point.
he
He's
is
lived
tapped
here.
in with people. He went to their hood. Was it Grape Street?
Grape Street, yeah. He was talking to
He
them.
went to Grape Street. He went and got tapped in. He didn't bring nobody with him. Just tapped in dolo, and he was cool with them. But bro, you're in LA. Like it's not about gangs are looking for out of town. No, bro, it's just LA, dog. They're looking for
Motherfuckers
people
broke.
who got it. And you're right next to the projects in Inglewood, bro. Like
there's so many gangs
and then-
surrounded by there, bro.
And so a lot of the argument, like Breakfast Club was saying, like, stop blaming his girlfriend. Why are you there in the first place? But multiple things can be true. You shouldn't be there in the first place. But the last thing I'm going to do while I'm there with all my shit on is let someone know my location. And she has like 500,000 followers. So that doesn't make anything better. And and I feel bad for her that she's going to have to like. You did do that, and it may have,
Kodak, what
and
she
even
said?
the sheriff said it might be contributing. They think that it may have been based off of that. I don't know exactly how they could find that if they didn't find the guys, but I mean that's also pretty obvious.
Kodak was like, damn, she should just like off herself. You know, like,
See, but that's
and it's
crazy.
like, damn, bro, like now you got a bunch of different people who are talking about it, and I don't think that's like the best thing to say for her. Like I understand, like she's probably already saying these things already to herself for this. It's like y'all don't need to add on to it like 10 times heavier, you know. One of the things that like this is all speculation. Like we don't know exactly what happened inside of the Roscoe's. People are just like talking.
And the
different
video
ways.
is fucked up.
There's a video.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
There's a video
posted.
of him after he got shot on the ground, and they're like freaking out, and he's laying there. He's still alive, like he's moving. It's a pretty foul video.
You know, I'm really tired of that shit. Like if somebody is trying to rob you of your jewelry or your watches or any of that type of stuff, you know, you're a real one if you get shot for it and you don't give it up, right? I don't understand that. It's like you are the lucky sperm of 100 million sperms that made it to the egg, and you get to live a life that's one in 100th of a million, right? And you're gonna give up your family and your kids, your loved ones, for something that's material.
It's a pride thing.
Bro,
when you grow up in certain situations, bro, you can't get older and let's say, oh, a nigga try to jack you. That's like your pride and shit, bro. You worked hella hard for that. Like, not everybody's just gonna go like that. You can't be seen as like soft. So that's a lot of people's mindset mentality. I think it's like a pride and ego thing. So it's like you can't really say that.
Glorifying that shit. That shit's so dumb. Like, obviously it's nuanced. Of course, some guy's trying to rob you with the fucking knife. You're going to try to fight it off. Dude, okay. You know, it's like different situations. I'm just so tired of hearing that shit. Oh, he died a real one at least.
But I see both sides. And I'm on probably more on the other side than I am on your side. But my thing, I wouldn't be sitting there saying, nah, I'm not giving it up. But there's also the other aspect. Remember, I used to do self-defense stuff. The other aspect is you don't know what the person is going to do, whether or not you give it to them. Like they're pointing a weapon at you, threatening to kill. And I always picture it me with my girlfriend. That's literally what the situation I always picture it in, because that's the time when you think the most protective state, right? And you don't know what they're going to do. So for me, nah, I used to be training for that shit. So I'm gonna try something in most cases, especially niggas shaking, bro. Like, I'm not gonna be like, no, I'm probably gonna take it, put it on the ground, and then see what happens next. Or I'm gonna have it on me, and then I have a number of scenarios that run through my head of how I'm gonna shoot you after that. Because my thing is, and that's why I always need to have it with me, because like I am never going to let a man take power of me and start telling me what I need to do because he has something that I don't. He has a gun on him, and now I'm saying, honey, don't do nothing. Just don't do. I'm giving her fake reassurance when really I don't know what this guy's gonna do. I don't know if he's gonna kill us both, and you also know I'm listening to him. So how do you have any reassurance that I'm telling you it's gonna be okay when I'm like, okay, here, just take this, just take this, please. We don't want any Come on, bro. Like, what's the rest of the night gonna be like? She's not fucking you for a month.
I feel like that shit is very nuanced. Like, okay, one guy, it's a different story. You saying
five guys, you gotta.
You got two motherfuckers pointing both of their blammers at you.
Yeah.
Okay. Nah, I ain't giving up my shit.
Yeah.
I ain't giving. What the fuck are you talking
about?
They're
gonna shoot you.
Bro. Either way, but I was talking to the girl I'm dating, and she made a great point that I was thinking
saying the girl you're dating makes it sound like it's not a girlfriend. Bro. Do you feel like he kind of tap dances that one? The girl I'm seeing.
Leave him alone. Sorry. Let him go. Let him flow.
Yeah, you good. The girl you're dating.
Okay. So she made a really good point, because in my head I was just thinking about like, you're giving up you could just give up the material possession, but she also made the point that the person who is pointing the gun at you, just like you're saying, you don't know what they're gonna do. They could just be an opportunist. They could be the man who killed Nipsey Hussle. They could be the man who killed PNB Rock. And think about it. There's people out there on the hunt for Jay-Z just so they could say that they killed Jay-Z.
And they took his chains after.
Exactly. So there is that aspect of like, oh shit, I didn't think about it like that, because like, there is notoriety in killing someone famous.
Right.
Just like
especially
any of
if
these...
you're from the hood and you in your city and you got haters, hella haters.
See, but I don't think this was the case though. I don't think it was like, oh, I killed P&B, look at me, because they would have.
To be honest,
this was some broke motherfuckers that was hungry.
To be honest though,
some wolves, bro. But here's. Because you can't, bro, honestly, you can't walk around somebody's neighborhood with chains on in the car, and the chains you got on is worth more than the property value.
But also
of the area you're in. You're going to die.
They do say that they just ran in and just started blaming. That's the crazy part. They said that they didn't even really make, that's what the reports are. They didn't even really make an attempt to try to rob him, which is very crazy. But it's just dangerous, bro. But that's why you don't know what these motherfuckers' headspace is like, because you aren't the type that's going to rob someone at gunpoint. Some people will rob him and kill him. I just seen people in this area who got followed home and they got shot up. I'm like, where's the robbery at? They say it was a follow home robbery. Where's the robbery? They start busting at the car instantly. Like, I can't put no respect in or like take someone's word. All right, if I give you my shit. Now, if it's five guys, you're right. All right, later, bro. Later, VZ. I'll be out the cut. Now we can talk shit. So let's get into it. No.
Hey, rob his ass.
But yeah, like I can't, I can't let no man have power over me because you got a gun and all this shit. Like, I'm just not with that shit, man. It's crazy. But if you have five guys, yeah, bro, you got to give it up.
You seen the point that Ice-T made? Ice-T was talking about, like, if you see a lot of LA rappers, they don't really rock too much jewelry. If you look at Snoop, if you look at the Game, there's a bunch of rappers that are just not rocking jewelry out here. Because especially if you're coming from a whole different state, it's like, you want to flex in LA. You in LA, you got all these eyes on you, cool, whatever. If it's fucking LA feeding your pride or ego, but shit. This is a lesson learned.
Don't let the palm trees fool you.
Like, motherfucker.
Exactly.
Don't let the palm trees
fool you. You got so many fucking trains, just rock a Cuban. You got
Bro,
just rock what?
dude,
son?
Cuban is mad expensive.
Or wear some fake shit that you easily can just get
bro,
off.
Because the
Bro,
fake-
I know. I
No,
got
but
my
The fake shit will get you
bro,
shot.
but you're gonna still get shot. Like they don't care. They're not. It's fake, bro. Give me that shit. Like, and with him, they just came in shooting though. Like,
That was fast.
You gotta be. Yeah, damn, you back, bro. Like, you just gotta be careful. Like, dog, anywhere in LA, bro, you gotta be on 10 toes. And if you living out here, you gotta have it on you, bro. Like. And that's why people thought we was trying to be cool when we talking about keep the blicky on you. Like, no, bro, it's about safety, dog. Like, shit is really happening out here, and it can happen to anybody. If you have a watch and a chain on, you're a target, bro. Why not? That could be that's like a $7,000 lick depending on what you got, $8,000 maybe depending on what you got. Bro, I'm talking about me.
But no, shit's been crazy, especially after the pandemic. Everybody,
and the earrings too, Tory. My bad.
Oh yeah, no, ain't nobody trying to
You
work
ain't
and
robbing
shit.
earrings, so that's too much.
Yeah. No, people getting robbed for their earrings. People getting stripped.
Yeah,
Yo,
but
rob my earrings.
you gotta really catch someone in like a back alley or something. You can't. You're not on like Beverly and just keep popping up. Earrings too. Anyone look? Come on,
Hey,
bro.
but people was getting robbed on Fairfax, broad daylight. People getting
Melrose.
robbed on Melrose, broad
LA
daylight.
Is bold, son.
But I'm saying after the pandemic,
It's
though,
still
it's been
happening.
getting like way more bold because everybody don't want to work right now.
Well, the economy goes down, and so people don't want to work jobs, and also the Gascon, the guy who's in charge of the DA and shit, he's made it no bail. So if you get locked up for doing armed robbery, you're out the same day. People know that. That's why everyone is breaking in them jewelry stores. There's no more bail. So everyone is talking about defund the police, get rid of all. Nah, we need more police.
We need to fund
we need the
Wait,
fucking.
is it
jail
no
system.
bail or is it the
like
cash
you
bail?
don't have to pay bail.
the cash bail shit, right? Because
No,
they doing that
like-
shit in Illinois too.
No. Usually you can bail yourself out. Now it's like instead of usually say, oh, you're not getting granted bail, you have to stay in. No, it's the opposite. You don't have to bail out. You just can go.
That's crazy.
And then wait for your court date. So
That's
people
crazy.
are robbing people in broad daylight in Beverly Hills and running out. And that's why I never got. And see now JC Charge Go, he's starting to get it. When I'd say like, bro, everywhere hotspot, bro. What you mean, bro? We're in Studio City. Next day, homeless dude gets stabbed up. A week later,
two people
the
got
two
shot.
guys get shot in North Hollywood. Like, I'll be saying like, bro, nowhere is safe. If you want to just bet on the fact that nothing's going to happen, fine. But understand that when you hear on the news of something happening, you're not going to be like, how could this happen? You're like, oh shit, they got. You will be that same person on the news, and that traumatic experience that all your friends and family are going to hear about, whether you die or not. To everyone else reading the news, it's just going to be another one. So you got to decide: are you going to be another one, or are you going to be a story of the nigga shot the guy trying to rob him or something? like that?
You know the shit that you're talking about, the Breakfast Club, and they're talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
like, we should. It's like we shouldn't talk about the things that should have happened and talk more about like the problem in the community. And then they're making that point.
Charlamagne was saying the opposite.
What do you mean?
When you talk about the problem in the community and how we should, he's saying, don't talk about how things should be.
Yeah.
You need to talk about how they are. So you need to stay safe. You can't say, oh man, but instead of focusing on this, don't blame, because that's more what DJ Envy was saying. Oh, it's not a crime to be in a restaurant. It's not a crime to wear your chains. Fine, it's not a crime, and you're saying you shouldn't have to be worried about that. We got to address the real issue of what are we doing out here. But it's like, yeah, that's all cool, but that's not going to help me when I'm walking down Melrose with a fucking watch and chain on. That's not helping me. I'm not going to say, hey, brothers, let's come together, man. Put the gun down.
Kumbaya.
Hey, that ain't how it is.
Dashiki.
Focus on how it is, understand reality, and be ready to defend yourself at all costs, bro. End of the day, prime on this, bro, I think every man should be able to kill. You need to be prepared to kill and to fight, bro. It's just, it is what it is, bro. That's just how the food chain
life
works, bro.
I didn't like the people blaming the girlfriend though for what she did, or at least
It
like
pisses
saying,
me off,
or at
bro.
least
Don't
saying
get me
that she
wrong,
set
there's
him up.
some.
She didn't set him
didn't
up,
set him
bro.
up.
Like if she set him up, she would have been married to the dude. You know what I mean? Because at that point, you actually get something. As a baby mama, you get nothing if your significant other dies.
Well,
No, you don't get shit. What is she gonna get? There's no legal binding to the money that she has or the money that he has. The banks,
I think it would go.
the record label. What?
I
Like
think it would go to her though.
I thought it'd just go to his family.
Well, because your son.
maybe the daughter,
you
but or
have
the
a
son, but
daughter.
not the girlfriend. Legally, a girlfriend doesn't mean anything legally.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
she doesn't get any
You're-
money.
Look at your taxes.
No, but I
You're
don't think
single.
that's true, because when you have a kid, you're forced to pay like child support, alimony, and stuff if you guys are separated. So I think the funds go to the caretaker of the kid, which would
So
be the
it'd be
baby
her?
mama. I think she definitely would get something. But you're right though. She definitely didn't set him up.
It didn't
But
make sense.
It is a frustrating perspective as a guy when you see girls not understanding that like we are the targets. Men are the targets. Like they're not looking to rob. I mean, females get robbed, but you don't really feel about females getting shot and robbed and stuff. No, they're trying to rob the guy with the Rolex or whatever he got on, and it's just we are the targets. We are the ones. You go in the
We
club, you
are
want to be all
farmers.
loose, you want to be all. We are the ones that get into fights. So like that's what happens. You don't see. I mean, you want to get in a cat fight, fine, but like so many women, they're not thinking
Unless
about
some
what it
Samoans
is
trying
to be a
dance on your
man. Why? There's a reason why when dudes see each other, we give each other a little head nod. All right, how's it going, bro? Respect. I see you. You know, we all cool over here.
Yeah.
There's a reason that you don't see females. What's up? No, they're not worried about that shit. But also, they don't necessarily need to if you see the man as the protector. But they need to not put their man in harm's way.
It
And
doesn't even register on their radar. Like,
don't post on this fucking location.
Yeah.
Not to talk smack about fuck it. The story doesn't matter.
You made a good point about the what's it called, about just like understanding the reality. I don't know if you saw the new Andrew Tate podcast and shit with what's his name, Patrick Ben David or something. Yeah, he was talking about, you remember the clip where they were talking where a lot of people are posting about Andrew Tate says that women should have some type of accountability for when they get raped.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's a wild
So
take.
when you watch that in like a 15-second clip, it's like, yo, that sounds horrible, right? Like, look at your guys' reaction. You're like, whoa.
Yeah.
So he breaks down that part, and he's like, what he was explaining is that, I'm not saying that any. Okay, he puts it like this. Sorry, let me get these brain thoughts right. He was talking about. He was having this conversation with the feminist, and the feminist argument is that we should teach men not to rape, and
how do you teach that?
Yeah. So
Genius.
it's
Well,
like
what school lesson is
We've
that?
all been taught not to rape. I don't think it's a lack of teaching, bro. I think people are fucked up in the head. Probably got touched when they were little.
yeah. So she's like, that's the feminist argument. It's like, okay, cool. He says that, oh, you're pretty idealistic, but I am realistic.
Right.
So when I say that women should hold some accountability for being raped, is not me saying that, okay, every woman that has been raped, it's your fault.
Yeah.
It's none of that. It's more like, we tell people not to steal, but they
Right.
still do it. It's written in law. You're not supposed to steal, but people are still gonna go do it. So if you're gonna go and you have $1 million in a briefcase, are you gonna go stand in the hood at 2 a.m. at 2 a.m.? Are you gonna go do that?
Right.
No.
And that's essentially what he did.
That's dangerous.
And-
That's
but-
dangerous.
but it's the
so
same-
what he's trying to say about like them getting raped is that you can't put yourself in situations that are dangerous, just like you said in the earlier point. And it's like, okay, yeah, you shouldn't put yourself, because a lot of the femininity that's getting raised is like women should be able to do whatever they want, or you should be able to wear whatever you want, and men should just not rape. But at the same time, the reality of the world is that, yeah, men are not trying to rape, or they're getting taught not to rape. I think we all know that. But when you put yourself in a situation of going on a date with a man that you don't know what's going to happen, and putting yourself in a situation like you're out at 2 a.m. in a fucking dangerous area, it's like you got to put yourself in places, or you got to teach women to protect themselves, to put them in places that are safe versus dangerous.
I get what you're trying to
That's
say.
such a nuanced conversation,
We're working through it. But basically, the argument of I should be able to wear whatever I want. I shouldn't have to worry about men doing anything weird to me. I should be able to walk home late at night wearing skimpy clothes, whatever. And it's like, ideally you should be able to, but it's just not the reality. And it's like the briefcase, or me wearing fucking 300,000 in chains, walking in the hood, and also I'm wearing all red in a Crip neighborhood. I should be able to do that. Yeah, like legally and freedom wise, I should be able to do that. But would you recommend it? You'd be like, no, don't do that, because this is what is going to happen based off true events. So it wouldn't. I don't sit. I should be able to, and I stand on that and go. It just is what it is. And there's definitely is a lot of predicaments. Like if you're a female, like why are you at this nigga's crib the first night you meet him? You just met him in the club, like y'all drunk going off together. There's got to be some type of rules that you follow of like, I'm not going to do this because I know what could happen. He
like
seems
screening
cool.
the man.
Yeah, I know what could happen based on reality. Men have taken girls home from the club and done some stuff to them. Men have, you got to understand what goes on to then be able to protect yourself accordingly. Don't go to the guy's house the first night. Don't have a one night stand, and at least be prepared. Have pepper spray on you if you're walking alone. Every female got to have pepper spray on them. And some of them, I feel fine. I don't worry about that stuff.
I got armpit hair.
Cool. Yeah. And I hate that argument. I don't walk around worried about that type of stuff. Good for you.
That's good.
That's good for you.
That's not smart.
But guess what? If I'm someone on that type of time, you're the one I'm targeting. You're not aware at all. We were riding them little bird scooters yesterday in LA. Bro, there's this lady, she just walking. We were behind her. We were being pussies, didn't go on the street. She's just like on her phone, walking so slow, not knowing there's dead ass 2 bird scooters right behind her. You know how easily I could just walk up behind her, just snatch her phone and keep running?
Yeah.
Bro, like, you're not aware at all. Like, people just have no awareness, and they just live in this la-di-da-di world, probably because they're not from LA, they're from other places where they feel like they can keep their doors unlocked and just walk around freely because they're good people, and they're like, oh, I don't give off that energy. Fuck your fucking energy. What you gonna say when someone robs you? Hey, sir, that's not my energy. Let's chill out a bit.
Like, people think we live in a fucking utopia. Like,
And
it's not
at all.
safe at all. Like, there's so much shit that goes on in different countries, different parts of the world, but we don't talk about that because we just want to change the full paradigm of men or women. Like, you can't change every man or woman on the fucking earth.
Yeah, and you talked about it. You was talking about when people, I don't like guns, I don't like the energy they bring and all that. Bro, you are associating something totally. Is the door just someone just?
No,
down?
I'm just.
Oh, my bad. That association just doesn't make sense. Like, you carry your energy. I would never be in an argument and I want to up my shit. Some dudes are idiots. That's on them. They do their thing. But you having a gun is not bringing bad energy to you. You're having something to defend yourself. All that bad energy stuff. What are you going to say when someone's breaking in your house and you ain't got nothing? When he breaking in with a gun. Home invasion,
wish I had a gun.
When someone kicks open your door and they all got guns on my mask, you're going to be like, oh man, good thing I don't have a gun on me to protect my family, my wife, my kids.
You're going to go cower in a corner because you don't like guns. You're afraid. I don't like guns. I'm scared. Please don't. Please.
It ain't about energy, bro.
You're like
not
Steve
running in my
Carell
house, bro.
40-year-old
But
virgin.
that's why we've lost so much of our primal sense, bro. Imagine people back when you really did have to defend from so many different things. You had to defend whatever it was, whatever time period you want to look at. They weren't associating, I don't want to have a spear. It's bad energy. What are you going to hunt with? What are you going to defend yourself? What are you talking about? Like, other people have them. So don't you want to be prepared to defend yourself and your family? And that shit just drives, it's crazy to me. Because you'll be out with your girlfriend, and if I pulled up on you, I would never, and try to rob, you're going to be cowering, and she's going to know you're cowering, and then they can do whatever they want to you guys. They might even be able to say, yo, y'all get in this car, tie y'all asses up. You know that killer, the Zodiac killer? A couple at the park. Goes up to them with a gun, ties them both up, stabs them both separately.
What the fuck?
And they agree to get tied up because he walked up on them with a gun.
Ew.
I ain't listening to niggas, bro. That's what I'm saying.
People get scared, they shut down, bro.
I'm not going to get in the car. I'm not going to do none of that shit. A guy tried to rob my mom at a knife point when she was a kid. When she lived in San Fernando. Pulls into her driveway. Dudes pull up in a van, hop out with a knife. Like, she's like, I think she gave him her purse, and they're like, get in the car. She's like, no, you can take my purse. I'm not getting in the car with you. And she said that he looked like stunned, and then just said like, fuck you, and just got in his car. But like, bro, you can't never listen to nobody. I be telling that same thing. Like, you never get in a car. You never listen to directions. If they want your shit,
Never
fine.
get in
Give
the
them your
car.
stuff. Cool. In that scenario, you're a girl. You're not going to fight off the gun.
Yeah.
Give them your shit, and then but you're not taking no instructions. And also, people don't think about running enough. And someone trying to rob you, and you take off bolting down the street.
You'll be
they're
all
not-
right.
Yeah, I got long legs.
Yeah.
It's like, come
You'll
on,
be
I'm
straight.
sprinting.
Bro, their objective was not to try out their aim and just cap someone down 30 feet away.
You know, he also makes a really great point about, like, him you talk about the primalness of men, like, that we do need that shit. Like, we need to keep it in us. And he's like, yo, they end up banning Andrew Tate, who's like trying to make men a little bit stronger, trying to make the man who's like emotionally weak. You know, you don't want an emotionally weak man. And he makes that point. When a man is weak, like, a weak man is not stoic with his emotions. He's not doing these things. So that's the man who's more dangerous than the man who's trying to make men.
I feel like we're already on the Andrew Tate topic now.
Yeah.
Do you want to just go into the Andrew Tate topic?
Hell
So
yeah.
Andrew Tate recently is back on the internet. This guy does not want to talk about no P&B. Go on. Fill the viewers in about this stuff. I'm writing you that manual, bro. I'm gonna write it. Come on. We did have a topic we want to talk about. Andrew Tate is uncanceled. He went on. What's the guy's name? Patrick something.
Patrick
Beverly.
David.
Patrick Ben David or some shit.
Ben David,
Ben
yeah.
David. I don't know that guy's name, but he's really good. That guy is great. So the fact that he put Andrew Tate on is mad props. I fuck with that. And they talked for 4 hours.
5.
Oh,
5 hours straight.
455.
Props to him for letting him speak his piece and get off everything he wanted to get off. What did you think of it? I didn't watch it.
Yo, he got the gift of gab, bro. Like, he's so persuasive. He's so charismatic. It's like, you could just ask him one question, he'll go on for 40 minutes just speaking. And it was cool. It was really dope to see him like rebuttal everything that like they banned him from Stripe. They banned him. They like froze some of his accounts. They banned him from Google. No, not Google. From Facebook, YouTube, all that
Uber.
shit. Even Uber, bro. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
How are you gonna get banned off of Uber?
That's crazy.
See, that's how you know it's fucking. They're working together, man. It's like, it's so frustrating to see it because
damn, I'm happy kind of switched up to P&B shit. But go ahead, I'm fine. I'm fucking up the vibe now.
What's it called? Yeah, just watching him speak about it, it's like he talked about it because people are still gonna keep posting his shit. His stuff is still gonna live on through all these other platforms. Even because if you're gonna ban him, if you post content, like if we're posting this clip about him, okay, one of us gets banned. You can't ban every single person who talks about him. And then he also talks about the Rumble. What was it called? Him going over to Rumble and him getting hella money, or the Rumble stock starting to rise. And, you know, it's like the main point about him getting canceled is like they shot the biggest bullet at him already. Mm-hmm. And he's still living, you know, and he's still producing. He's still like getting so many people to still talk about him. It's like, how are you going to end this man? So I don't think you can, what's it called? I don't think that's not something to be afraid of. It's censorship, like especially when it happened to somebody like him, and they did it like they erased him instantly, bro.
I think he made a good point about that though, and it was. Well, he was just talking about how dumb it made the media companies look.
For sure,
like, you're stupid. Like people see what's going on, and you know people are seeing what's going on. So now that they see like a big figure who's on their pages every single day isn't there, oh, why is he not there? Oh, he got canceled. Why did he get canceled? They don't have a definite answer. So his point was saying like, bro, they see that you're acting like a tyrannical asshole. He didn't say asshole, but they see that you're acting like a tyrannical force, you know? Mm-hmm. And that's not something that the average consumer or user wants to participate in.
But it's not true.
That's
why he was running the algorithm. Like, he was the biggest thing on all the platforms. People were taking stuff away, but the people that just focus on these clips and stuff are like, oh, he's an asshole, he's horrible. But there was definitely a lot of good game he was giving out. Like, there were so many people that wanted to see him.
Yeah.
What?
Well, I don't know if that responded to what I was saying, though.
You were saying that the majority of the people online don't want to see that.
Oh no, he was saying that the people see what's going on like in the public eye, right? And as the media company, you're dumb for shutting me down because now the consumer sees that you're being tyrannical, which is what you've been accused of before as a media company. And as a media company, it doesn't make sense that you would want to do that. Wouldn't you want to say that you're not biased and act not biased and then do biased stuff behind the closed doors instead of being so outright about it and saying, no, we're going to cut them off? Because now from the public perception of the consumer side, it's like, oh, these guys are bad.
It's very
because
clear
they will
agenda.
cut you off and cancel you for no reason. So
Yeah.
that was the point he was making. I was trying to say it.
Yeah, that's crazy. They definitely do look foolish. I even heard Joe Rogan kind of defending him. Joe Rogan, Brandon Schaub, and what's the other guy's name? Do you know?
Ari Shaffir.
Ari Shaffir. Yeah, I always forget it. But yeah, they had a really good conversation about it, and they were just both like, they were all just really open, and they made some really good points. And Joe Rogan really, I never knew how respected he was as a kickboxer, because Joe Rogan and both of them, they were like, oh yeah, I knew him from kickboxing, and then he switched over, but like he was really a real deal kickboxer. So I like the way Joe Rogan described him, like, this guy, like, he really is. He was a world champion kickboxer, which is no joke.
4 times.
He's the type of guy. He's just a hard ass worker. He tells young men, like, it doesn't matter how you wake up feeling. Forget your feelings. You need to go put in the work. I go to the gym whether I feel good, bad, indifferent. It doesn't matter. I'm disciplined. And when your motivation runs out, the discipline kicks in. And you can't really deny. And this is a guy that's a made man as far as kickboxing goes. But we all throw that out the window because we're just on a social media type time. And they're just like, fuck, look what he said. Look at this clip. But they're not watching the entirety of what he's saying. And he did also play a character. And he definitely did say some misogynistic comments, for sure.
Yeah. And he was talking about what's it called? He was talking about how to win a debate and how he wins debates. He usually says the outlandish shit, but you know it's right. Like he'll say stuff that the person he's debating with will agree with, but then he'll say it in a way that it's outlandish or like
extreme.
It's an extreme, and then the other guy will get into his emotions while he's just sitting cool, calm, and collected. So when he's debating with them, it's like, okay, you're agreeing with me, but you're also mad at the point that I just made.
Yeah, he did that with the girl when he was on that dating show. He was great with that. He's you know, we actually agree on a lot of the same things. I'm just kind of pushing her buttons a little bit, but we actually do agree on a lot more than she thinks. And yeah, bro, I'm excited because Joe Rogan said, yeah, man, tell me, yeah, he can come up here. Yeah, we'll do an interview. Bro, and then Andrew Tate responded. He said, Yes, I think very soon you will be seeing me on the Joe Rogan show. That's the only thing I'd make a trip out to the United States to do. Man, Joe Rogan and Andrew Tate is going to be a great conversation, bro.
Yeah.
Great conversation. And you know, Joe Rogan ain't with that shit, all the cancel shit and all that. Like, and Spotify is cool too, because when Joe Rogan was going through his thing, when he had a few words slip out here and there, they backed him. They said, and then he talked to them, and they're like, Joe, we're not gonna censor you, and we're not gonna censor any of the artists that are on our platform. We're not gonna censor rappers either. We don't do that. We don't believe in that shit. We're not censoring anybody. And
because they broke. They needed to make money.
They also made a really good point about like Andrew Tate getting erased like that is because he doesn't have like a backing besides just speaking for the people. Like Joe Rogan or Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle has comedy to lay back on. He already has his fans and shit.
Netflix.
So yeah, Netflix, comedy, and if he says something outlandish, he already has fans that are right there. Joe Rogan has UFC. He has fucking kickboxing. He has this fucking podcast, all that thing. Sorry, I have kickboxing.
What do you mean? He watches. But yeah, UFC, all that shit. Yeah, he's huge.
So he has like a backing. So
and that's such a loyal fan base, bro. He could pod anywhere and people are gonna watch.
Yeah, and Andrew Tate, like that's the part that sucks. It's like they canceled him so fucking quickly. Like as soon as the rise was starting to begin. So there was a point he made about Logan Paul. He was talking about like how he's just like a peon to the Matrix. You know, he's just gonna say whatever they tell him to say. He says that Logan Paul doesn't have fans, he has viewers. In order for him to keep viewers, he has to be like PC and shit like that. So he made a really good point because Andrew Tate does have like fans, you know, they're still commenting in people's section, they're still posting his videos, they're doing all these things. And Logan, on the other hand, it's like you're just trying to appease the crowd, you know, even though you're doing these like goofy things that he kept calling him a clown. Logan Paul is a fucking clown. And then he compares it and he's like, you know, he's gonna do things to get viewership and clicks versus me. I'm trying to fight for the truth and be a philosopher of some sort. But so that's why, going back to the part where he doesn't have backing, like where do you think he could have backing? Like what can be in his background that's like, okay, he could fall back on this because they're trying to cancel him, or how will his fans keep holding on to him? Like what can he do? Because if he is a philosopher, like he's like Socrates, for example, right? Like Socrates, they killed Socrates because he was inflicting the youth. Yeah. And trying to change the ideas. It's like Andrew Tate is just speaking. What other format could he go into besides like selling a course or something like that? Something that's big and universal, like comedy, music, or UFC. Like what's some other way that he could get in there?
Get in where? I'm confused. Like not be reliant on like platforms?
It's not the platform thing. It's like build, like, cause he's already built the fan base. That's the thing that's like confusing me too. I don't know.
I think he's at a certain point where it really doesn't matter what medium he decides to work in. He's going to be fine, right? Because he already has built that fan base.
Rumble
and he
up.
has a voice, like you said, right? Like, okay, Twitter cut me off, Facebook cut me off. Not every single platform is going to cut me off. There's going to be a platform where I can make an outlet, you know? And he has the money to make his own app if he wants to pull a Trump, and he'll have success in that too. Like, I feel like he's kind of like at that perfect moment to where he can capitalize off anything that he touches at this point. Kind of like that Midas touch type shit, you know? Because he has a voice. And you can't really completely silence somebody because you're going to have somebody like PBD that goes and says, I want to talk to this guy. Joe Rogan, I want to go talk to this guy.
That was
so
dope,
his voice has already carried him to a certain point where it's like he can really, not cruise, but he can really cruise because people want to talk to him. People want to hear the stuff he has to say. So even if a few platforms cut him off, he's going to have an outlet because he still has his voice. He still has his mind. You know, he still has the same things as his character.
I want to hear
if he wants to write a book, he can still do Hustlers University. You feel me? Like even if people
they stopped all that shit. They literally took off Stripe. They took him off of like PayPal. All these things. So it's like, damn.
Start getting his money in crypto.
Hey.
Oh God, that's gonna be the only move.
Yeah. But he I guess like he'll like sit back on the way he'll, I guess, instead of being on the extremism of like misogyny.
Yeah.
You know how he comes
more on
off?
the shit he be talking about because he has a lot of game.
He said he was already talking to his team about that he was like, okay, the way that I message it, I'll start changing because I'm already getting to like this space where everybody is listening to me. I'm getting into this mainstream space. Yeah. So I hope to see him
Patreon, OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Patreon, Rumble, OnlyFans.
And Joe Rogan made the point too. Like, isn't this part of people's isn't this part of your journey? Like, you pop off, you say the most outlandish stuff, you take it a little too far, and then you're able to apologize and dial it back and kind of learn from it. But no, instead they just said, no, you're done. We don't like that shit.
That's wild.
And anyone that's why I couldn't understand Logan Paul and KSI, because it's like anyone who's a creator, how do you root against him? Like, even if you didn't like certain things he was saying, when you see what they've built and what they're doing, it's like, man, show some respect, bro. Like, he got way big. Like, y'all never could have cracked off that fast.
It's because the algorithm feeds you for dissing Andrew Tate more. They're not. Yeah, because
fuck Andrew Tate, man. Fuck that guy, bro. Get him off the platforms, man. He's bad for the youth, bro. He traumatized my little cousin, man. And I'm clipping that shit. We going up. We going up 100 times, baby.
But yeah, I just can't wait to see. I hope they put him back on, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen, honestly. But I think he'll still be around. He'll definitely be around.
Would you go to Rumble?
Yeah, I've been thinking about it. Like, every time it's brought up, I'm like, man, I gotta make a Rumble just so I can support.
I wonder what kind of
support that pussy.
I haven't even seen the app, like how it works. Rumble, I wonder if it's just like
I think it's orange.
As, like,
I think I've seen the logo somewhere. Maybe it's in like the green. Staples Center or something. Then I'm probably tripping. But yeah, I don't know. It just looks familiar when I think about it. Oh, that's Bumble. I'm thinking of the dating app.
Bumble is blue. I mean, no,
okay.
yellow.
Okay, maybe that's. I don't know. But yeah, right. So now we have to play a game. You have to attempt to say the name of the next rapper we're gonna talk about.
Fuck, I already forgot, man.
Come on, try it. We're gonna have a whole compilation.
Okay.
It starts with a K.
Saucy. No, I'm already fucking. I already fucked it up.
Yeah, that was good. That's good.
Sauce Walker.
Damn. Yeah. This is why we can't ever tell him what the actual name is off camera.
We gotta surprise him on the bar.
Yo, Saucy Santana in the cut.
Sauce Gunwalk. Saucy Gunwalk is one of the ones that said.
Saucy Gunwalk.
Yeah.
Saucy Santana.
Put the P in there,
like Gucci Guwap and Saucy Gunwalk.
Yeah. Sauce Walker came on the Instagram saying, hey, man, there was just a fatality today, man. Someone did something real stupid, tried to rob me, man, and I wasn't going for it. Y'all see my black eye, y'all see my bruise. I wasn't going for it, and dude lost his life, man. So, you got to be careful out here, man, because people do irrational shit, man, and this is what happens to them, man. Like, man, someone lost their lives today. What does that sound like to you, Sakib?
That sounds like this fool caught a body.
Caught a body, right?
Easy.
So, he caught a body. The gentleman who was slain, I'll get the name.
Yo, screw the names. Why do we need... No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. That's fucked up.
I know. The only reason is because of how the story unfolds. You know what? It's all good. It's all good. I'll put the name up on the screen.
Quantavious.
But
no, I'm just playing.
The disrespect.
No, I'm just playing.
No, I'm clipping it, posting it.
No,
clipping it, posting it. But basically, so he says that the man who actually got killed that night, his whole family starts jumping in because they're in a nice area in LA. And his whole family's jumping in like he would not have been robbing anyone. There's no, like, he was a business owner who had made it out of, I think he grew up in A Hood, I don't know where, but he made it out and he's living in a nice apartment. Why would he try to rob someone outside of his own apartment? So they're all going in, his sister, cousin, mom, like all these people saying like, you lying for clout, trying to say this happened, like, and then some people saying, oh, your security shot him. Some people saying like, no, he got robbed or whatever. Turns out the actual story was, or fuck it, let's backtrack. So Sauce Walker then comes out again and says, yo, I wasn't trying to claim a body. Y'all spreading that shit. That ain't true. I was just saying that I reacted irrationally and I fought off. I wasn't going for it. So then the dude that tried to rob me went down the street and tried to rob another dude. That dude, I guess, tried to pull his shit. I guess he had something on him. And then he got shot. The guy who was trying to rob me went and then robbed and killed that other man. So I was just saying we both did something irrational. We both weren't going for it. And I was just saying people could lose their lives off that.
So it's two different people. Or he's claiming it's the same guy who was outside of his apartment.
He's claiming that what actually happened was a dude tried to rob him. He has the bruises. He fought him off. The dude ran down the street, found another guy to rob, and then ended up shooting and killing that guy that he tried to rob, who was the guy that was standing outside his apartment.
Oh.
So it's foul. And honestly, let's just call it spade a spade. He obviously tried to make it sound like he caught a body.
Hell yeah, he did. The way he was bragging about it too.
He was bragging. He started making a whole cover and shit about it.
His chain and shit. He said something of like, nigga tried to get my chain snatched, got his brain snatched, some shit like that. Like,
and that
was
like, bro,
not the case say shit
at
like
all.
that. Like, That makes it seem like you caught a body and you're bragging about it.
It just seemed like it's for fucking clout.
Yeah,
you know,
bro.
It's like rappers who fucking kill people. Their careers just blow up. You know, it's like look at the baby.
And you know, in his defense, you know, he did apologize to the family. He didn't own up to the fact that that's clearly how he was trying to make it sound. He owned up in so far as like, I apologize. I never meant to disrespect your fallen family member. If y'all need any help, please reach out. And they got him on Clubhouse too to kind of grill him about it.
Oh, Whack 190.
And Whack got him on there, and he kind of cleared it up and just said like he'd reached out to them and talked to them and whatnot. But that was just foul to make it seem like that. And like, bro, we're not kids, bro. We're not 12. You can't just lie your way out of it. Like, you're on camera saying what you said. Yeah. We can play it right back, bro. You're smart enough to know what that clearly insinuates. Someone tried me and someone got smoked, and y'all got to be careful, man. Don't be trying to rob people. Bro, you obviously know what that sounded like. So that shit is mad clown, mad corny.
He looked like he was like 30 years old, bro. Like, you can't be, but you know exactly. He thought he was playing chess. Yeah, he's like, yo, this is methodical as fuck.
Imagine the guy, like one of your family members just standing right outside his apartment, gets robbed and killed. Then you got a rapper trying to insinuate that this guy that got killed over trying to rob him, and he wasn't going for it. When the person you're talking about, you're proud of him. His family was proud of him. He had opened a business that was successful, well enough to pay for his apartment in LA. He's outside of his shit, and someone walks up and tries to rob him, bro. And then this dumbass is really like, dude, he's outside of his apartment. Who would even believe that story? Yeah. And then all the blogs that posted it had to kind of apologize and change the story because they knew, like, No Jumper and them were like, they're texting back and forth, hey, I think we might have gotten the story wrong. Because we now know that it was this guy's apartment, and everyone close to him is saying he was a business owner, and it was like completely foreign. Like, he wasn't raw. It's like one of us.
Doesn't make it.
Look at the pictures of him. He don't look like no bum. He don't look hungry. He don't look thirsty.
Dude, it's like if one of us, if they just tried to pin it, now he was trying to rob him.
Yeah, no.
Bro, he was not trying to rob him. Like, I don't even need no fact. He was not trying to rob him, and everyone was saying it. So, I mean,
that whole shit was distasteful.
That shit was distasteful.
But I've never seen Sauce Walker like this. Sauce Walker's a P.
Opportunist.
Every time I've seen Sauce Walker, he saying some P shit. He on some cool shit. Like, I'm about this bread, I'm about this money, pimping these hoes. And this is life I'm about. A-sound shit.
And that wouldn't get him cracking enough because Sakib hadn't heard of him. Let's be real. Let's be real.
Sakib don't listen to music, bro. He don't listen to hip hop.
Yo, he got a dope ass name though. Sauce Walker?
Yeah, he be drinking that sauce. He from H-Town.
I kind of like Saucy. Go
back to H-Town, bro. Do that shit in H-Town. We don't like that shit over here. When you got people like P&B really getting slain, and you over here trying. At least he really did. At least they really did try to rob him though.
With the P&B shit, are you surprised that No Jumper did not post a clip right away?
No, they didn't post him on the ground.
Yeah.
They didn't post it.
They didn't post anything. You know how you saw DJ Academics do it?
He posted the clip of him on the ground?
No, I'm talking about the...
Oh, of the interview?
Like an old interview, yeah. Why do you think Adam didn't do it to that?
Has Adam interviewed him?
I believe so. I feel like I've seen the thumbnail before.
I was reading the comments, and I haven't seen the clip or I haven't seen the thumbnail, but I saw the comments. It was like, "Oh, y'all see how Adam didn't post his P&B shit? Maybe because after Joe and Andrew got on him."
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking about too. I was just like, I wonder if that actually like affected him to think about it.
Yep, he did an interview with him 5 years ago.
See, he could have posted those clips, but he didn't. Why aren't you showing the people the light?
That's honestly a good point. I think the P&B, yeah.
But he said he's friends with P&B, so it's like he was trying to process it and everything. But I just from speculation, feel like it might have gotten to him because if it, especially the conversation with Joe and the what's the other guy's name, Andrew
Callaghan,
and Andrew Callaghan shit.
And we might as well segue right on to Andrew Callaghan because in him talking after the P&B shit. He was like, I wonder which hip-hop platform is going to start posting content of him first.
I saw that.
And Andrew Callaghan, Channel 5, if you don't know, you're lame.
Yo, he's hilarious.
But he's a digital journalist. But he got at Adam for that. And it's kind of weird because I watched the whole interview when he sat with Adam, and it was a good conversation, mad cordial. And he kind of grilled him a little bit on that stuff, asking almost the same questions as like Joe, like kind of assuming
it was the nicest grilling
people
ever.
Die after they're here, and he's like, I mean, no one's actually died from being here. Like, it's never been a follow up thing. There's no one you can ever name. Like, it is what it is. So Adam wasn't really tripping. Do you take responsibility if someone dies after coming to your platform? He's like, I mean, not really, because there's not really much ties. Like, if you can point to someone, but nah, we don't really. We talk about a lot more than just like that type of stuff. Cool conversation. Then he does the documentary. He sends it to Adam. Apparently, they text behind the scenes and stuff. And in the documentary, he had this music playing in the background because he had that interview portion from Adam. And he kind of basically made Adam look like the Grim Reaper and stuff. And like really phrased it in a way of like, oh, this guy takes no accountability, and they kind of set him up to look bad. But Adam wasn't tripping. He didn't even hear much feedback. He heard more feedback from the Joe Budden podcast. But then it was kind of weird because so he posted this story saying, I wonder who's gonna be the first one or who's gonna do it. Obviously taking a shot at Adam, and then he took it down pretty quickly after, probably because like, bro, it's not really tasteful. And Adam was cool with PNB, really cool, like he's sitting there sad about it, and then you just go and post something like that about Adam. Like it was kind of uncalled for. And also, pussy, you're not in this space. Yeah, you're not in this space. You don't know no rappers. You don't know PNB. You're not from LA.
I thought Andrew Callaghan he interviews rappers.
He goes to a lot of hoods and does all that shit. But you don't even know PNB. Like Adam sits with these guys and has relationships with them. And yeah, he did. Andrew did shit with Crip Mac. He goes to all the different hoods and stuff like that. But Adam's much more in the culture than you are. For you to take a shot like that, bro, like it was just mad unnecessary. And you probably don't even know PNB Rock, never met him, and you just when that's the first thing you're thinking of, it's like you don't care, like you don't care that the dude just died, you don't care about how gruesome that shit was, you just want to take a shot out of nowhere. Why don't you wait till he posts it, then you can take a shot? And
I think with like Adam, at least it's like a give and take, you know? It's like you're highlighting this person's life and their music, the craft that they're fucking working on, all these things. It's like, bro, I get it. There's shit that could happen afterwards, but they chose to say these things on air. You know, you can't just blame Adam if you're just questioning and these fools are just oversharing, right?
Yeah.
And it's like that's hella unfair. And fuck, I was gonna say something about the fuck was it? Ah, fuck, I forgot it.
Nah, this story kind of rubbed me the wrong way a little bit because I fuck with Andrew Callaghan. I've been fucking with Andrew Callaghan when it was all gas, no brakes. Before it was Channel 5 on the bullshit, you know what I mean? And so my thing is though, I guess with Adam and Andrew, they're kind of
the whites.
They're kind of in the same space when they're interviewing black people, and they kind of both profit off of the poverty of black people because Andrew's not going to the richest places ever and shit like that. He's really more so like in the hood interviewing these people, you know? So not technically the same genre, but close enough, right? Like not exploitation, but you're using us to kind of build a platform in a certain way, right?
He did do a lot of stuff with the MAGA guys, though. He was around a lot of white trash for a long time.
I mean, he's done a lot of stuff. I've seen him do, what was it, like the Flat Earthers and shit. He's done hella funny ass videos, bro. But my thing is like, bro, don't come up to the podcast. We sit down, have an entire conversation. We're cool. If you want to call that a press, I think he was really asking questions. And then as Adam was answering, he's like, okay.
And he's kind of grilling, though. I mean, he was trying to grill, but also because he knew he was going to use it for his documentary. But even then, it was very light. Yeah, it wasn't that serious. You just asking the questions. That's kind of his disposition. So it didn't seem like none.
But then after the fact, you see the ulterior motive. That part's kind of disgusting. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you're texting me kind of like, oh, big bro, check, kind of like big bro, check this out. You know, I want you to see it. You know, yada yada. But then you turn around and do some shit like that. Like just speaking about the Andrew and Adam situation, I think that's kind of weird, bro. Like, and then people in the comments, I was watching the No Jumper shit. They were mad at Adam, like, oh, see how Adam got defensive. So that does mean he feels some type of way about it. And it's like, he has the right to feel some type of way about it, but that doesn't change the conversation of like the people that are doing the stuff don't care about. They're not really concerned about what I'm posting. It's the people that have nothing to do with it that are mad about the stuff that I'm posting.
Yeah, you know? And like, bro, if you felt that way, not one point did Andrew Callaghan say, I think it's kind of nasty how you be posting stuff after. Exactly. I'll be honest with you. You never said that. Why didn't you speak up and say that? But instead you want to post a story and then probably rethink it and then take that shit down. Think twice, bro, and don't use someone's death as an ulterior motive to then take a shot at someone else. And I get that it relates because he could have posted it, and maybe that's part of the reason he didn't. But regardless, bro, wait. If you post it, then fine, you can chime in. But you don't need to use this as a time to make a unilateral shot at Adam. When it's just not necessary. When Adam was homies with him too, bro. Not homie, but come on, they was cool. They chopped it up. They tapped in, whatever, bro. Come on.
I saw a lot of people defending Andrew too. And they was like, yeah, I mean, I understand what he's saying. Because they were coming from the side of like, oh, he does real journalism. Whereas Adam is more of an opportunist, and if it helps the platform, great. But if it doesn't help the platform, you could go die in the ditch.
Adam's a podcaster, though.
I mean, which makes sense, right? But they were like, oh, Andrew took Crip Mac to a concert. Adam doesn't really give a fuck about Crip Mac. He gave him the platform, yeah, but that's just because it helped No Jumper. But the second it got bad, he wasn't really trying to help him like that.
But they have rules for Crip Mac, and then he broke the rules.
And he didn't even cut ties with Crip Mac. He still talks to him while he's locked up. They're still in contact. And on top of that, he put Crip Mac on. Crip Mac will always be grateful. The only reason he had to take him off the platform is because started saying fuck another person on the group that is also a gang member and he also has fuck Hoovers on his head. Hoover killer on his head. And he's going to say fuck that nigga about a Hoover that is a big part of the show. So yeah, Adam, out of respect and to keep things safe, yeah, you had to distance it, but he was still in contact with Crip Mac, and Crip Mac understood what it was and knew he went too far. So people just be talking bullshit. Like, if you don't watch, you don't watch, bro, but you ain't got the facts. Get the car facts.
It's kind of annoying that he got put on the fucking podcast to talk to Adam, and they have a good conversation, but then you making the documentary and making like Adam look like that, bro,
which I still think was fine. It was good. It was good movie making. But
it's just like, damn, bro, and it's like you're still texting the dude and you're trying to have conversation. Like, it doesn't seem, it really doesn't make you look good. Surprisingly, his fans are pretty big if they're in the comments trying to grill Adam as well.
No, they were still trying to grill Adam. They were talking about the difference of content of like, oh yeah, Andrew just went to O Block, but his documentary, not documentary, but that video right there, the O Block video, he wasn't glorifying violence. He gave people a chance to really speak and do the same shit. I feel like it's the way that Andrew goes about it that people like more than the way Adam goes about it. You know,
his fans.
Yeah,
literally his fans. Everyone do this shit their own way, and everyone got a problem when someone do something different. Because Adam could have said the exact same thing. Yeah, I don't just focus on killing. I like to get to know them. I like to have a whole conversation. If they've been talking about all this beef, yeah, I'll ask, because I'm an interview and I ask what I'm curious about. Yeah. Simple as that. They share whatever they want to share.
I saw the Andrew and the Yeet. You seen the Yeet video?
Nah.
So he's like, it's kind of condescending the way that he was doing it. Because it's like, he's talking about, Yeet's so big, and then he starts interviewing the fans, and it's like the most retarded fans that they have. And they're like, oh my God, I love Yeet. And they're just like idolizing the man, and in a way that's just horrible. And then he meets up with Yeet. After he meets up with Yeet, they have like a cool little conversation. And then he takes his number. So when he's with the fans, he's like, he gets to FaceTime on the fan while they're talking, and the fans are just saying the dumbest shit possible. It's like, bro, I'll die for you, like it and Yeet's just like there, like, oh, we're cool, like,
hey, oh, that's what's up.
Thank you, and then the connection's all bad, and it's just like, I don't know if that's how its content is for like other videos, but that one, it just seemed very condescending the way it's like you're highlighting the rapper, but then you're making his fans look like dumbasses. Right. I don't think that's it is a little condescending.
Yeah, niggas need to leave my boy. I haven't seen that video. Leave my boy Adam alone. That's the bottom line. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of people trying to get at Adam. I'm sick of people being salty because he the only one that hired a bunch of gang members, a bunch of people that wouldn't have been hired elsewhere, put him on, gave him a platform, supports them all doing their own things, and they be the first ones to tell you, nah, bro, it ain't like that with Adam. Nah, we ain't on that type of shit. No. We be the ones giving him the hardest time and getting mad at him. Him and AD are dead ass like best friends, and they'll both tell you, and then Adam calls him his black twin. Like, come on, bro. Like, you could tell a family is different from just like hired workers that are going to be beefing and shit. And they do get into it like family.
Yeah. AD was even talking about it. It's like Adam doesn't look at shit and be like, yo, he did this right now, so we have to interview him for this reason. Right. It's more like, oh, I'm actually interested in this guy. So let's try to get a sit down with him.
I think people don't like the fact that Adam's white, and that's
100%.
That's really
100%.
If it was a black person, nobody be saying this shit.
Yeah,
and it's the same conversation they have about Vlad, and I forgot the other one, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Bro, you know what's funny though? When a lot of these like hooks, I feel like we got through the Andrew shit, but it reminded me when we were talking about whatever you were saying.
I will remind you, you don't know what the fuck I was saying
because I don't want to lose what I was gonna say. Just like I was seeing Adam talk about I think it was Boss Top or someone from O Block, and he was saying like, what is it like when just a random vlogger comes through? Like, can they just do that safely? And saying, people don't go as crazy now if you got the camera phone, but he's saying like, back in the day, if you had the camera phone, we snatch it. Like we think you police, like, and it just, to me, it just sounds so funny. Like, you just pull out your camera phone, you're like, hey, you work for the police, don't you? You police, like, me?
Get his ass.
I be looking like,
get the butt.
Yeah, you police. Like, bro, people use the word police in the funniest ways. And that's what reminded me of, because people say, like, Vlad the police, Vlad the feds. Yeah. But they just use it, and it sounds so funny to any, like, normal citizen or, like, someone who works in law enforcement or something like that. Like, oh, nah, you police, you fed. and like dude just got a phone out. Like this.
Yo, imagine they do that.
Like, was my phone bugged? What do you mean? Like, who's police? You police, bro. That's what we like. I think that nigga at the corner might be police, bro. He on the phone with it.
That's like college football, you know? Like if somebody's recording the practices.
Oh,
Imagine the players. That's the police, man.
Yeah, you police. Get up out of here, bro. Get up out of here.
Stealing
like,
plays and shit.
Fam,
That should be
the
happening,
police
bro.
is not having niggas. Yeah, but yeah, stealing plays. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
but he
police
ain't
is
the
not having
police.
dudes with iPhones just come through the hood. What y'all on? What y'all got? What y'all boys got going on? And let Charleston White ass. What y'all got? Is that some Molly? y'all selling it or y'all just
He
using
the
it?
police for sure. He'll tell you.
Yeah.
Who the plug? Hold up, my bad. Hold on, I ran out of. All right, who the plug though? Oh, okay.
Zoom in.
That shit's
It just be so funny how quickly people be like, "You police, bro." Like, man, I don't know about that, dog. Like, the police is the police. Don't say nothing that's gonna get the police's attention. How about that?
Yeah.
We got anything else, bro?
Ray
We're
J.
just shooting the shit.
Yeah, Ray
Here's the
J.
thing about the Ray J thing. I feel like we're already 2
I like
hours
that
in.
segue. I like that.
Here's the thing about the Ray J stuff.
Let's talk about it.
No, because I'm hyped about it. I love Ray J, and I love what he's doing. I love the whole way he went about it. That was one of the funniest lives. He's like, Brandon, come on, scroll the screen. You saw the live, right?
Yeah. I seen
Bro, he was
clips.
going live, and he was exposing everything, bro. But it was so funny because like they have all the text already screen recorded, so he's trying to like do it all properly. He got Snoop in the chat, like so many celebrities. in
Yo,
it.
what?
Bro, he had like 3,000 people in it at one point, probably more. And he's sitting there like, oh fuck, am I gonna fuck up the clips? I gotta get to a better spot. My back's hurting, bro. Come on.
You just zoom in.
I need my Theragun. But like, dude, it was so funny because he's been like, Brandon, come on, slow down the scroll. And then you see like Snoop, yo, I think Ice Cube might have been in it. He's like, yo, you need to fire whoever's doing the scrolling, bro. Then it mentions, Brandon, just stop, I'll do it. And like they keep arguing. He's like, guys, I ain't never doing this shit again, man. This shit mad unprofessional, man. Now it's gonna sound like I'm capping, and I ain't capping, bro. He ran through a lot of shit. He buzzing. No, we good. He ran through a lot. So much shit buzzing. Oh, is it mine? Reclap. Now let's see if I can get in my pose. So he's exposing everything, bro. He's deadass laying out the contracts that they signed, for a 3-movie deal, basically. 3. So, but 2 of them are confirmed that were shot. So they shoot the first one that all of us saw, mostly Tory more than others. And so they shoot that, and then Kris Jenner and here's what set him off. Kris Jenner went on a lie detector thing, and they asked her, "Oh, did you have any involvement in Kim's sex tape?" No, of course not. Of course it rings like she didn't lie.
Yeah,
come
like,
on, bro. Y'all
you
are
guys
fucking
control
setting
the
it up.
fucking media.
No one's.
You guys know this guy,
Yeah, go-
fucking the fat one.
Yeah, go elsewhere, bro. Get her in an interrogation room. Let's see. Like, either way, he starts going off because this evidence he's showing is like, I guess after that first tape, Kris Jenner watches it back and says, "I don't know if this is the moneymaker. You guys are let's do another one. We're gonna call it the Santa Barbara one. It's on paperwork, the Santa Barbara movie." So then they go out to Santa Barbara. In that video, he's wearing the Santa Barbara hat, and he had the Santa Barbara hat there with him. He's like, "Yo," and he's just explaining how all this shit went and how sick Kris Jenner is for literally. It's like trafficking your daughter, deadass. So the part that has made him so upset is like he's gone all this time as being the guy who, put out the sex tape. He's this dirty, he's grimy dude. And he rolled with it. He really took those punches forever. But like with the fact that they're still using this as a narrative, because now they're on Hulu. Now they're just trying to draw up controversy every way they can. And that's really what they do, bro. They use everything for controversy. Pete Davidson, don't tell me he wasn't just a pawn, bro. So they use everything to keep drawing this up. And now they've gone back to the sex tape. They're talking about, oh my God, there's a second sex tape. What's going on? When first they said Wack was lying. When Wack first said it on Adam 22, oh, there's another one. They say it's way better. They said, oh, he's a liar. What's going on? And then they start using it for content. Oh my God, Kanye had to go recover this thing. Bro, Roblox was a lie. Roblox, he also showed that. Yeah. Roblox came out, but they are able to bury it. They have so much shit. They have so much control and power over media. Right, sorry, I'm not facing you, bro. It's because I got to grab my legs so I can stay propped up.
I got like the corner of the eye right here.
Yeah, bro, I'm looking at you. But Roblox came out and said there has never been any ad of that on our platform. Not true at all. And there was never any lawsuit filed. They just said it for the show. And so now they're dragging Ray J again. And Ray J has kids. He has family members who are still seeing this. And his kids are growing up thinking that their dad is this dirtbag, and which is what everyone tells them. When they had a contract, they did business together, and the Kardashians blew up off of that. They became so rich because of that, and they were able to keep building. He got the raw end of the stick because it didn't help him the same way it helped them.
The raw end of the stick.
Kim got the raw end of the stick. But I mean, so that's where his frustration was, and he aired it out. The only reason I was hesitant about this topic is because I feel like the news has already passed of it, and I don't know if it's gonna crack like that. You know, we're kind of late.
Still something to talk about just because.
Just want to know where that second tape is at.
Yeah.
For research purposes.
Right, we got to really see which one.
Because it can't be any worse than the first one.
I'm just saying.
That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. But no, shout out to Ray J for standing up, though. He's like, you're not going to do this to me.
And he's so entertaining, bro.
Dude, I love Ray J.
He's still so fucking entertaining. It was so, like, that does suck. Like, your kids got to believe that you're this man.
Yeah,
that's not fair at all.
Like, not cool.
Yo, that's not cool. Like, you guys are just bringing shit back up just so you get more clicks.
You know what else?
That's not right,
bro. And you know what else he showed? He was showing all their thread of his messages with Kanye, how he was helping, and he wasn't going at Kanye at all. How they were working together to try to get the tape back. He was talking about, I need to get on the phone with Steve. Steve is the other guy that orchestrated the deal, whatever. Steve something.
Steve Hirsch. Wow,
good shit, bro. Hey, good shit, bro.
That's what I'm
I thought you were gonna say some bullshit or like Steve Stout or something. That's what I was thinking. I was gonna say that was good, bro. But yeah, and then he was saying, bro, I be hitting him, never say nothing. I finally DM Kim, say, yo, if this shit don't stop, if someone don't get back to me now, I'm gonna let all this shit go. So then he shows all the thread where she's responding saying, I'm so sorry. I didn't know how hurtful all this stuff had been for you. I didn't know how much it was dragging you.
Why does she respond?
And look.
Dude, no, they have a lot of threads, bro.
Look how her brain works, because when she's going back and forth with him on that, she's like, yo, I think it's better if we put out a story where we're working together to banish both of the sex tapes.
Exactly.
And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? You're still trying to work on a story that makes him look good and you look good? Fuck out of here. It's like, bro.
Well, you're not just going to be like, we've been capping. So that's the best thing. Clear his name, and they were working toward that, but she never did it. Yo, they just kept riding with that shit.
Yo, I don't know how they keep doing it when they get, like, put on blast every single time.
This one, he really exposed him. Like,
I'm glad.
It was a long live. Everyone was tuned in, and he had all the Carfax, all the DMs. I don't know why she didn't think that he's going to leak the DMs. At least say, yo, hit this account.
Yeah,
and then type from a private so you can at least have some plausible deniability like that.
Exactly.
But do you think this impacts their
Bro, stop telling people to call you during the pod. Idiots.
You think this kind of harms their public image in any way? Like, you think they're gonna get any backlash from this? Like, show ratings start going down, makeup sales start slowing up. Are they gonna get canceled for this?
They influence. Their influence is so powerful, yo. Yeah. Like, if you walk down Beverly Hills, look at how many girls look like Kim K. Look at all these people. It's like they've built this. Each one of them have an empire,
right?
Of beauty supply, whatever the fuck it is. You think them getting this backlash is just gonna stop their views? They still got people fucking, what's the word, hypnotized with whatever the fuck that they're doing. And it's like, if they're not getting the views, I bet they could show that they are getting the views.
Yeah, but I think this was more about Ray J, like, clearing his name, you know, speaking his truth, and to the culture is gonna see this, you know, and they're gonna know, everyone knows they fucking evil, bro. They control everything, because Kanye has also been exposing them over and over again. But of course, no one's gonna ever kill off their fan base, bro. They're all made women. They've all done their thing, and I don't knock their work ethic either, because it's one thing to get clicks off of, because a lot of people have done sex tapes. They've taken it to a huge level, bro.
Where's
they just
Paris
signed
Hilton?
a deal with Hulu. Yeah, Paris Hilton ain't hot no more, and that was Kim K was her assistant. So they took that shit.
What happened to Coco?
I wonder why Kim's blew up so much, though.
Huh?
Like, I wonder why Kim's blew up so much.
Because of her mother, yo. Her mother is
too.
a fucking genius marketer. Her mother is Andrew Tate.
And their plan was to sell all that content. Yeah. They were going to get paid off of selling the shit.
To Vivid.
Yeah, to Vivid, and then they switched up, and they're like, "Oh no, he leaked it. We need us all taken down to make it more salacious." Oh shit, we're seeing something she don't want us to see.
And why did he agree to it?
To what?
To him being the fucking bad guy? Because it's not like they have to have conversations about. He's like, "All right, I'll take the hit," but then you didn't think he was gonna have kids? Like, you're not thinking that far ahead? Well, actually, yeah, you can't. You really can't, because I think after the first sex tape, or once the sex tape got leaked, yeah, he took it. He's the bad guy, whatever. It's stayed for a bit, but his gripe is that they keep talking about it. That's why it's like,
and then lying on his name too. It's like, bro, don't do that.
They're acting like,
I'll clear it out right now.
Yeah, because he's talking about businesses are not looking at him good because of that type of shit. Because you know him in the tech industry with Raycon and shit. I bet that fool is a hustler. He's
the indestructible sunglasses.
Yeah, bro,
that was hilarious.
He's a fucking hustler. He's gonna be able to. He's a really good salesman. He's gonna be able to sell you on anything. So it's like, if he's trying to sell to a business and then he uses all of his skills that he already has to sell, and then the business is hearing these third party talk about his name. Oh, okay, maybe we should step away from this guy because of this bullshit. That's just really unfair.
No, but that's why it's good he's defending himself.
Yeah, I'm glad he
especially
did
for
that.
that aspect, especially the business aspect too.
I like that Snoop got in there.
That's just
Bro,
hilarious.
there was a lot of celebrities in there like, let's go. We got to see it. Because I don't know, bro. You could tell he had it too.
We
like,
love when people air out shit.
Bro, because he had all the Carfax, bro. And like, you know, eventually you are going against a juggernaut when you're going against the Kardashians. And I think people recognize that. So you can't help but root for the underdog, especially when it's like, he really has been getting dragged for years. Also, he did lean into it, talking about, I hit it.
Yeah.
But they also wouldn't play that anywhere. They weren't fucking with it. People weren't showing that love because they didn't like what he was saying. They thought,
I love Ray J for that.
but then everyone else gets a platform and can speak whatever they want.
Yeah. You think the Kardashians have plugs with the fucking big tech companies?
They got plugs with everybody.
Bro, because it's like, if you're able to control the media like that, bro, it's like, you got to be sucking Mark Zuckerberg's dick.
Chris probably is. Chris is probably sucking some Mark Zuckerberg dick, honestly. Some robot penis.
Yeah, damn.
Chris is the devil.
You guys want to do one more now?
What you want to talk about?
The 17-year-old.
Oh, yeah.
Little Mermaid.
Do you want to do that?
Oh, Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid's way better.
I think that's
Let's
the
talk
word
about
you
Little
see.
Mermaid. Little Mermaid's black now.
Woo!
Yeah.
Are we happy? Are we sad?
Don't say nothing negative about it, Tori. I don't want you to just start out with
I'm
no
about to start
negativity.
shitting on
You guys
I don't
know
want
who
you
it
to
is?
say, "Oh, this is what they're doing now," huh?
You guys know who the new Little Mermaid is?
Like the actor?
Yeah. Actress.
Oh,
It's Halle Bailey.
Halle Bailey. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Chloe Bailey.
No, it's Chloe Bailey's sister,
Oh.
Halle Bailey, you stupid motherfucker.
I don't know.
Sounds too close to Halle Berry for my liking.
I know. I think that some people call her Haley Bailey, so it just kind of rhymes, but I think she goes by Halle Bailey. That's kind of funny, isn't it?
Fuck it. I think it's Haley Bailey.
Haley Bailey
Why
just
would some
sounds
people
better.
call her that?
Huh?
I don't know. Either way, so she's a new Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid's black.
Yeah, a lot of white people.
I saw them, but before the whites, bro, I saw the most touching videos of like
Of what kid?
of.
Sorry, that was a dark joke.
I don't get it.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
there-
touching kids.
yeah.
Oh my god.
You
That was
fucking
good.
pedo.
Bro, you probably just made everyone laugh so hard right there with that. Bro. That was good.
I think it was
your
your
timing
reaction.
is impeccable. But the videos of like the little black girls being like that excited, like she's black, bro. That shit is heartwarming, bro.
Oh, 100%.
There were so many videos. I think Kyra posted that, huh?
Yeah. I never understood what's that shit called? I never understood how much representation could do for little kids.
Yeah, I did
Bro,
not think it would be that serious.
But then I started realizing, I was like, yo, I started thinking back. I was like, yo, that's a brown guy on TV. And I'm hyped. I was like, yo, that motherfucker made it in, bro. And it's like, I started realizing this when I was like 20, 22. And I was like, damn, I'm proud of my people. But damn, when you watch like a little kid doing that, and I'm just, it's just rewiring their brain. It's like making them go for the fucking stars. You know, it's like, I can do anything. Just like Barack Obama.
Yeah.
Barack Obama, think about it. I know not a lot of black boys want to be president, but it's the idea that you might be able to, you know? And that's so fucking dope to see that.
No, that's facts.
The video was really dope. It almost made me shed a tear.
Bro,
man.
yeah, cause like I don't really be caring, so I'm like, oh, cool, she's black, great. Like the studios casted her black, cool. Everyone's gonna go crazy with. But when you see the kids, like that's really more what it's about, because we grew up seeing everyone's celebrity crush was a white girl, like Hannah Montana,
Megan
iCarly.
Fox.
Also, Raven was the only one that wasn't. But like, you know, Megan Fox. We had all these like white people to look up to, and like white. So for females, that's the standard of beauty. They want to look more like them. When I was growing up, I wanted to have straight hair. I want to look like the Rock guys, you know, Fall Out Boy, whoever the fuck it was. That makes me sound super white.
Yeah,
but like whoever was cracking, they had the long hair. Even Zach and Cody, bro. They
Yeah.
had
Oh, yeah.
Drake and Josh.
Why are you pointing?
Fuck you! Don't look at me like that.
Oh,
Bro, Drake and Josh. He was mad cool, bro.
Now, when Justin Bieber came out, I grew out the hair, and
Fuck
then I
you.
got
Oh, my
lice.
God.
No, I'm not kidding. I grew out, then I got lice.
Justin gave you lice,
Hell yeah, bro.
bro. I
Hey,
really?
hey, now women have the Kardashians to look up to, bro.
Yeah.
No, go back.
Are y'all done?
Yeah, go ahead, bro. What are your thoughts,
All right.
pussy?
All right, the representation is cool. You know what I'm saying? Little black girl see a black Little Mermaid. That's all right, and that's fine and dandy. I don't like the way it's going about it, right? I don't want for you to originally have a white character and then just say, you know what? Our ratings are down a little bit. Here's what we're gonna do. Make her black. Let's go. And they've done that with so many different shows and so many different movies. Okay, new Terminator. Arnold's old. We got all these motherfucking LGBTQIA motherfuckers. Let's make some androgynous looking robot who's also a girl. You know what I'm saying? Like,
why couldn't they get a dark skin?
Arnold Schwarzenegger's old again in the fucking Predator movie. Let's make a new character. She's a girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's fine. Like, representation is great, but just don't make it seem like it's just like it's unearned representation. And what I mean by that is, like, if you're gonna write a black character, if you're gonna shoot a black character, make a black character. Static Shock was a black character through and through. Spawn was a black character through and through. Blade was a black character through and through. Luke Cage, black character
what's
through
the
and
other
through.
one, though? What's the other one? Samuel L. Jackson played him. One word title.
Shaft?
Shaft.
Okay, but imagine, but look, Shaft was always black,
Slapping
right?
hoes.
Shaft was always black, right? And he was written as a black person. Everything he did, every single line he had, every action he had was from the perspective of a black man. Now imagine just making a white Shaft.
Yo, I got it.
And then casting Jack Harlow because he kind of smooth.
There are different Black Lanterns. Some of them are black. And then there's also different Flashes.
That's
one of them
just
is
the
black.
canon of the story.
Yo, I got it. You got to make Malcolm X, remake it
with a white guy.
Donald Trump.
See?
Donald Trump, bro.
But here's the thing, though, right?
Bro,
it's
that's got to be the guy. Hey, retaliation.
By any means necessary, you know. It'll be funny as hell. But no, I don't want that as a viewer. You know what I mean? It's like a cheap ass marketing tactic. Just like how can we get some black people? Throw a black person out.
But do you think
bro,
you're being selfish
dumb?
because you're not focusing on what it does for the kids? Because like the kid that was all happy about it, she's gonna be in tears if like because of your comments. Imagine they're like, you know what, he's right, can it? You would have just broken a lot of hearts.
But here's the thing, though. It's fine for the kids, but you know what's great?
It's about the kids.
Writing black characters is better than just changing the face of one just because you can.
It's better.
Because Princess Tiana, Princess and the Frog, was a black character who grew up in Louisiana. You feel me? And they had Creole shit. They had the sayings. They had the music. Everything was black about it. Why? Because you wrote a black character.
It doesn't have to be either or, though. They can switch the mermaid to a black
Imagine
girl.
just making Superman black just because it's the times. Like, it's more of a social thing that is then moving its way into entertainment than reverse.
But that's
it's not like
fine.
somebody wrote a black character, you know what I'm saying? And then it was like, oh,
that's fine, but you're like nitpicking because it's still beneficial. The kids don't know any of that. Their generations are all growing up, and they're going to continue to see these things so that eventually, this first, and I had the same conversation. This, and I kind of learned from it because they were saying like, yeah, true, like you don't know what the exact backing is or like what the actual motivation for doing this type of thing is, but regardless the impact it's going to have, like maybe this first group of people, this first generation of people who are putting out these movies and saying we got to get diversity, fine, but the kids 20 years from now, 30 years from now, they're not going to be doing it just to appease people. They're going to be doing it because it seems normal. Like they're not even thinking about like, oh my god, a black girl. No, because they already had the Black Mermaid. We have this, Black Panther come out. We have, things will continue to progress.
Yeah,
but you're right, I do agree that building characters that are straight black and start that way is cool.
Mace Windu's black.
Mace Windu's the GOAT.
Hey man, we should make like
purple lightsaber, fire.
We should switch up like some black characters with rhythm and put them with the white person with rhythm, so white kids could grow up knowing that they have rhythm instead of knowing that they don't have rhythm.
No, see, I don't like it. I don't like it from a historical and cultural standpoint because we have our own stories. We have our own shit. Like, don't just make Black Panther white because let's say in the future black people is the popping thing and we don't like white people now. So then it's like, all right, let's flip it because everybody wants to do this.
Why
it's
can't
like,
they turn them?
It's like pandering. Like
that's not in the future. That's now.
I'm just saying. Let's say 20,
black
30
people are here. We don't like white people.
Why don't they make more Bengali characters, man?
I mean, they should.
That's true.
They should.
Bro.
But now imagine just making Spider-Man Bengali.
Hell yeah, bro.
See,
he's wearing a mask. He's wearing a mask. Let him be Bengali.
Maybe in the multiverse, you got like Miles Morales and shit like that. See, they got that shit off in the multiverse, but you can't just make Spider-Man black. Like you can't just make Peter Parker black. That's just not gonna work, bro. And I don't even want that as a fan of whatever I'm watching. You understand?
To me, I'm just like, honestly, who cares? Like, just
the person who grew up watching. I'm not even mad at people.
But
I'm really not mad at white people.
What did you like about Spider-Man? That he was white? I like Peter Parker. He's white.
I like that he was a fucking nerd and he has the hero's art.
Let him be a black nerd.
Exactly, but it has nothing to do with race at that point, right? Like I fuck with Spider-Man because I fuck with Spider-Man. You feel me? And my image of Spider-Man is it's a white dude, and I that's okay with me. You feel me? But don't just be like, nope, he's black now. And it's like, I don't know, because the character I grew up with, it kind of changes everything. And then you have lazy writing, and that doesn't really explain nothing. It's just like,
And they
he's
gotta
just
have
black.
some like
watched it?
race-based premise and shit.
Yeah, and then they're gonna throw in like today's topics in
I hate that
in
shit.
new movies type shit.
Oh,
you know,
yeah, yeah.
like don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Especially when you just say we're just gonna head out and just throw a woman in front. We're just gonna throw a guy in
Yeah.
front. We're gonna throw a black dude out. That doesn't help anything, bro.
Yeah.
That's definitely true. I just, as a parent though, it would just mean so much. Like seeing the little black girls, especially like the little black, especially the dark skinned ones, just being like so excited because I really think psyche wise, it does change so much of how you view yourself or think, you know, when people say, oh, what's up with your hair or just shit like that. Like as a parent, I would be thrilled. I mean, I would, because I don't care about the movies end of the day. Like I don't care what Mermaid is. But if I already have to sit through these bullshit movies with my kid, I would love for them to actually like have a takeaway that's positive about themselves, you know, and like have something like that, as opposed to even if they have a positive takeaway, they're still admiring someone that's white. And it's the same reason watching Drake and Josh and all that shit. I wish I had straight hair. I remember this white girl in elementary was like, I wish my skin was more like yours. Like I wish I had tan. And then I was like, man, I wish I had straight hair like you. Like I would feel so cool. And the white homie I used to have, he had long white hair. I wanted that shit for sure.
So you could.
I mean, I love the representation. I just think there's certain ways to go about it, and we've seen great characters of any race, of any gender, or of any sex, and it's like you don't have to pander to whatever's going on in the main quote unquote society. It's like you don't have to do that. If you made great content, if you made great characters, if you made great stories, people will fuck with it regardless of the race.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
what I think you should do more than anything, because we're talking about representation. That's cool, but that's like surface level representation. It's like, hey, look, you got one. Versus somebody, let's say Hollywood put out a story where it's like, nah, this little girl got barrettes in her hair. They showing a scene of her mom or her dad trying to fix her hair, but they can't, right? Because she might want straight hair, but her hair is just so curly and kinky. You feel me? Or she might have big lips, and that's something that she has to deal with going to school. That's a black story that somebody has to relate to, versus like, nah, we're just gonna change the color, just change the lumetri scopes a little bit.
But that's why. But that's
Come on, bro. Like,
but that's why I feel like we need both. But at the same time, the power of, because the classics will still always be the classics. We can make an offshoot like black film and have a character, and then I'm sure all the black families and black households are gonna tune in and be like, oh, this is great. I want my kids to watch this. But it's different when you take a mainstream staple in the culture. Everyone knows The Little Mermaid. Everyone knows, you know, Hercules, and there's so many ones that everyone knows that aren't ever going anywhere. So when you put it on that stage, even the white families are gonna watch it because it's a new Little Mermaid. Oh, you got to show your kids The Little Mermaid, unless they're on some racist stuff. But they're all gonna watch it. If we just shoot something to say, and I think that's why I think we need both. But I'm saying it would be great for black kids to see all these black made cartoons and black made things, which is great. But there's also power in having such a huge conglomerate, huge just movies that have been staples in the culture to then show the kids.
I think it's fair that
their
they
version
do.
of The Little Mermaid is going to be way different from the previous version that they pictured.
Just like how we had the Lion King back in the day, right? Look. Just like we had Lion King back in the day.
Why couldn't Simba be black? I think he was.
No. Look,
they were in Africa.
I'm talking about Nala.
fucking animation.
Look, I'm telling.
They were all black. Oh, you're so cute.
Look, so Nala, I bet she wasn't black in the first Lion King, but the new Lion King, the voice actor is Beyonce.
Oh, for real?
So it's like, I feel like if they're making new renditions of it, they could have different characters. It doesn't matter about skin color. I think it just became a really big thing because it was. I think that she had. It was somebody's face because it was like it wasn't an animation anymore.
The live action part?
Yeah, the live action part. Like you'll see Halle Bailey's face, and it's a brand new. It's not a brand new movie. It's just a new rendition of it. Just like you do a play, right? You give the character a different. It's going to be the same character, right? But it could be a different actor.
Yeah, and
it doesn't matter if they're white or black, or Asian or fucking Bengali. I think that's fair. I think if you're gonna make a new rendition, you should hire new actors.
Yeah, and I agree. And also,
but why didn't they do Bengali? Why didn't they do Bengali?
Because Bengalis are short as
Why didn't they do Asians? Why is it black?
But I think our minds aren't like kids' minds, because we can see it coming out and think about the motive and think about all this stuff. The kids that are now, when they turn 15, whatever, they're not thinking, remember they tried to pan or whatever. They're like, oh yeah, which mermaid? Oh, the old mermaid or the new mermaid?
Yeah.
The old one or this one? Like the reboot or that, or like, oh, the black mermaid? Oh yeah, but they're not thinking about it. Like us, we're seeing the times and knowing that we grew up with all white shows and stuff. And then we're like, oh, so now you guys are trying to switch stuff up and the whites are going crazy or whatever. But them, they just know it as there's this one and there's this one. There's Star Wars 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which one did you get on? The first 3 or the last 4? We're not thinking about like, did you start watching ones with Black Mace Windu, or did you watch the ones without the Black Mace Windu? You know, as a kid growing, you're just not thinking about that stuff. So they won't associate it as like, oh, they just did it because of that. It's just going to be regular for them. So then 20 years from now, when you put a black star in front of them or a black whatever, no one's surprised. They're just like, they're not even seeing it
they
that
need to
same
make
way.
like an Armenian Mulan.
Eventually, we got to go through just they got to diversify. There's never been Armenian stars.
Armenian Mulan.
Shit.
But sorry,
Unibrow.
you were saying that a lot of white people were outraged. Though.
Yeah, so
we'll
the white
wrap
people
this
were
up. I know we've
outraged
gone on
about
for a while.
it. So the argument that they made, and I like the guy, like Matt Walsh. He's fucking dope. Like he makes a lot of points about the culture that we're living in now.
Culture.
He highlights a lot of great things. The thing that he fucked up with is that he's like, scientifically, if you're under the water, you're not getting enough sun, so you won't have melanin in your skin.
We talking about science and mermaids, nigga?
Bro, yeah.
Hold science
the fuck up.
and singing fucking fish.
You don't
Bro.
have scales.
Oh my goodness.
Bro, there's Ursula down there. Like, what the fuck?
And also, bad. That's not even doesn't even make sense because he's talking about sun. You don't talk about sun when we're talking about underwater animals because you think more of camouflage. There's a lot of dark shit in the ocean, so maybe you camouflage better, idiot. I've never seen a light skin ass fish. I mean, there's some.
But mermaids are half human.
Yeah, but they live in the ocean.
That's the point that he's coming from.
And they're on the beach and shit.
Huh?
Don't they be swimming up on beaches and stuff?
What the fuck are you talking about?
That's the funny thing. It's all mythological lore. So how are we talking about a scientific conversation?
A mermaid
with myth?
would swim up on the beach, right? So why would they not be in the sun?
I don't think they pop up that often.
So then why did you make the point that they're part human when I said that underwater you'd camouflage better if you're darker?
Because it's your skin color, bro. I'm saying that, motherfucker. I'm not on the.
The ocean is dark, so I'm saying his argument don't make sense because you have dark. Like, there's no one fair skin like that in the ocean. It's the ocean, but having darker skin would make you camouflage better.
You
and
seen
on top
a dark
of that,
ass fish?
yes,
At the
a lot
bottom
of
of the
them be
ocean?
blending. Yeah, a lot of
know
them
that.
use
What are
their
we
scales and stuff to blend in and stuff.
Sorry,
I'm saying,
I was just curious.
in the ocean, it's more about survival, anyways. So dark skin would be more helpful than fucking white
think so,
pigment, bro.
yeah.
That
In
actually
the
would make
depths
sense.
of the ocean.
Bro, you always see them mermaids on the fucking ocean and all the little things laying there. You for sure be getting sun. Why did he say they don't get sun?
I do not know.
See,
I
I'm
think
a
it was
better
a point
scientist.
about skin color and shit.
He's a
that
clown.
No, he's not a clown. Man.
Who was it?
He's
Just
a clown.
It was just a bad. It was a bad take.
Terrible take.
Who was it?
Horrible take. Matt Walsh.
Matt Walsh is a
he's-
clown.
Nah. He's the one who talked about what is a woman.
Good. He's
That
a
was
clown.
Seen that, dude? You
That was
gotta
funny.
see
Still
that.
He's a clown.
He's a fucking beast.
Get that clown
He
shit
tried
out
to
of here.
justify his racism scientifically, which has been done forever. But okay.
How could the mermaid be black?
Yeah.
I'll
that's
give you
another
that was a
thing,
bad
too.
take.
I don't like that shit. That's what white people do. White people be like, oh, I like this story. I'm going to take that and just fucking flip it and put my own face on it. We saw it in Kemet. Elvis. Chuck Berry. He got all his shit from Chuck Berry.
That's why we're all going to Kenya.
Yeah, so we're all going to Kenya. We're going to Kemet, Nubia, all that shit. That's they shit. Let them have their shit. We got our own stories. You feel me? I want to tell that story.
I think Solid used to fuck with a girl named Nubia.
That's a sexy ass name.
Nubia.
She was all taking his phone.
Hey, that's a
posting
Samoan's
from
name,
it
huh,
and shit.
JC?
We got Charge Go in the building. Out without VZ, in
Yeah.
with Charge Jeezy. Hey, you know we played a little video of you, buddy, from the Vegas trip. I'm fucked
Yeah,
up.
I don't know what you're
bro.
talking about. Yeah.
He don't remember that night, man.
They know what we're talking about. Yeah, that's my girl. I hit her up actually yesterday.
Guys, should I sing us out?
Ew.
I got so much pain. Sister,
Ollie.
I got so much pain.
Well,
You
very quiet today.
Tori, you so gay.
I knew it.
Come
I heard
on,
it.
dude.
I heard it was coming. I knew
Come
it.
on, dude.
I know every bar before it comes out. You know.
That's
what I mean?
one way to outro, man. Ollie Boy has had enough. He's lost his patience, guys. We are outy and abouty, 5,000, getting rowdy, no droughty, water spouty, never pouty, rain cloudy. Oh, I'm in my bag. I was waiting for one of y'all to. I was waiting for Tori last time. He was like, I'm out this bitch, and I gotta go take a piss.
I gotta pee again. Actually.
Well, why
Man,
don't
I'm
you
at
do
this
that?
bitch.
Ah, he walked out. It ended. Ah.